Uh, yeah, we're getting live right now. I'm just gonna try to set up. We got kind of everything set up real quick. Um, yeah, we got it. All right, I'm gonna send the link. It's gonna be here. We also got a couple people joining as well. They're gonna pull up in a bit. The link is gonna be right here. I'm gonna pin it, so that's always gonna be the link to come up and join. The website's free and everything. Um, you don't have to show up. You don't have to show your face. It's Yeah, you don't have to show your face. If you want to, you can, but you don't have to have your camera on. You just all you need is just your microphone. Hey, it was good.
What's up?
We so usually this channel is like anyone's allowed to join. We usually get like average like probably like 5 people who go up on here at the same time and talk.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like a new channel. So like when we get more like the more followers we get, the more people that come up.
I bet.
We just talk basketball. We gonna do like game breakdowns. We gonna do like um drafts, NBA drafts, tier lists, rankings,
I
all that other stuff. Are you
hmm,
are you what team you go for?
for what?
For the for basketball? UA.
It's hard to say. To be honest, I would go Milwaukee or Chicago. It.
He said MJ or LeBron peak. Um yeah, that's gonna be the title. Just that's gonna be one of the topics. After that, it's just gonna be anything. So
All right,
um
bet.
it says MJ or LeBron peak, and it says what's their peak. So a peak is like 1 to 3 years sample size. So
Okay,
like
for 1 to 3 years for their peak, or like, is it like their rookie years?
no, that's their peak. So like their prime, for example, like let's do Kobe Bryant. So Kobe Bryant's prime is from 2000 or maybe 2001 to the point he tore his Achilles. So it would be
Uh,
like from 2000 to 2013. So that's his prime, right? His peak is like Kobe Bryant at his absolute best. So Kobe Bryant
LeBron.
at his absolute best is like, so if you want to do a 1 year peak, you could say '07 or '08. If you want to do a 3 year peak, you could say '06, '07, or '08, or you could do '07, '08, '09.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna say about LeBron. That takes him off my GOAT status thing. He used PDD or PEDs.
Oh, that we don't know. I don't want to. I don't accuse people.
Yeah, but it's just the way he plays and the way he talks.
I mean, if he did use like those like drugs and like steroids and PEDs and stuff, obviously would knock him down from his rankings. But honestly, like I don't want to accuse him. I mean, it's suspicious, like 100% of like how he can have a peak longevity and how his athleticism, like how he's just a freak of nature, right?
Mm-hmm.
but like at the same time, like we don't know till it's true. It was good.
Yo, fucking.
So like
I,
LeBron's peak is like his Miami years, so it'd be like
we are
2000.
not holding PEDs against a 2010s player like fucking 90s players when it didn't get tested. Are we gonna be serious here? I'm gonna be
Well,
real. They probably were using way more drugs back in the 70s and 80s than Braun has ever even thought of.
Okay, Michael Jordan, I don't think did it
I
at
would
that
not be
time.
surprised. Why would we believe that Jordan did
I
not
think
use PEDs?
everyone for sure takes supplements, but like
My point is, it's even less tested in the 90s. So why should we believe that they didn't do it when it was even easier to get off?
I don't know.
And believe that LeBron did it just because LeBron is a freak. We
Yeah.
know he spends like absurd amount on his body, so I don't see why we should believe that he specifically used PEDs and not these other all-time greats.
Say what's MJ's peak? So obviously
91.
we said LeBron. So we said my bad. We said LeBron's peak was 2012, 2013, 2014. Y'all agree?
Yeah,
3 year peak.
Yeah,
yeah, that is
MJ, I
correct.
would say it's 80. No, what is it?
I
Mm,
would say 91.
89, 90, and 91. That's his peak.
well, it might be, but it could also be 91, 92, 93, because the playoff success.
Yeah. I wouldn't argue, to be honest, if you want to go 90, 91, 92, or
But
if you want to
89,
go 80, 89, 90, 91.
yeah, either works.
Who do you think peak higher as a basketball player, MJ or LeBron? So we're only taking those 3 years of LeBron's to whatever 3 year years you think that MJ is at his best.
Mm. I mean, MJ was obviously the better scorer. That's not going to be denied. But what else was he better at in those in their 3 year peaks? Because you could definitely argue LeBron was the better defender just due to being a big or like kind of big.
He's
He
more
had
he was
much more.
he was
Yeah,
more versatile.
yeah, he could both defend, and he was much bigger. Like he was bigger inside. Like Jordan was a
I think
guard. He
MJ was
was.
probably I think MJ's better one-on-one defender, better
Oh
on
yeah,
ball.
sure, sure. But like LeBron had actual rim protection,
Yeah.
while MJ was not a spectacular rim protector by any means.
He was a good steal person.
No, he was a really good lockdown defender. That's the thing.
Yeah.
But obviously, you also offenses back then were less complicated than they are today. It's
I
not.
think LeBron has it easy for like the offense side of because the refs are soft nowadays.
I mean, it's not like LeBron is getting less. Like Jordan, I think Jordan got either just
When
as
we're talking
many or
about
more calls.
I
Than
think when we
LeBron.
say defense, I think LeBron peaked higher as a defender than MJ, but I think MJ's overall better defender
Yeah,
because
sure.
he did it longer. So when we're
Yeah,
talking
but to
about
be fair,
peak,
he was kind of load managing defensively in the second three-peat.
LeBron.
No, MJ in the second three-peat.
Yeah, but
Kind of.
uh LeBron hasn't played really like elite defense since
Yeah,
like
he hasn't.
2015.
He played good defense in the 16 finals.
16 finals, yeah.
Oh,
And then what is it? So I think defensively LeBron gets that. And then if we're
sure.
talking about playoff rising, I think it's Jordan.
I don't know. Jordan didn't rise particularly these years,
91?
I think. In 89 through 91, he
No, I thought we're
kind of
doing 90. I thought we're doing 90, 91, 92.
I mean, yeah, that's true. He kind of yeah he rises ever so slightly,
I
though his
believe Jordan is
efficiency
the
goes
goat on this one
slightly.
because his dominance on the offensive side of the ball was, I think, better than LeBron.
Uh, I mean, Jordan was obviously the better scorer. I don't think anyone is going to try to argue against that. But LeBron was definitely the better passer, playmaker, all that shit. He also had like better. LeBron provides more spacing due to being a better shooter, obviously. From three, of course, he's not a better mid-range shooter.
You think LeBron peaked higher?
It's close. It's close for sure. It's
Yeah, I
hard to
think it's
really
close.
say. But
But in 1988, Michael Jordan got the Defensive Player of the Year.
yeah, but that's cool. LeBron should have won. Would have won it in 2013 if they didn't fuck him over. So I don't see that. Or was it 24? No, it was 2013. I think.
It was 2013 because that's the year
Yeah.
when Marcus All got it.
Yeah. LeBron was like a top three defender in the league for 3 years straight, and there's also that the MJ what is it defensive player of the year is heavily contested if it should have gone to him anyway.
Mm,
Isn't it heavily contested for
Nah,
Hakeem
they
too?
what?
Hakeem.
No, Hakeem deserved his team poise. He was the best defender,
he's the best defender all time. Definitely deserved.
literally.
Yeah,
Let's
he
see.
definitely
Let me.
deserved it.
Mm, yeah, let me check the 1988 shit. Yeah, because like you had Mark Eden had a really good defensive year. Hakeem was still there. You had Michael Cooper, shit like that.
What
There's a
year?
diff in 1988. You had like Michael Cooper could most definitely have won that depoy because he's one of the best perimeter defenders of all. Hakeem could have won it. To be honest, he was elite.
For inside scoring, but he could get steals too, so I believe he should have gotten the, uh, you know,
I don't know. I just don't like the idea of giving like a guard a defensive player of the year in general because it is very rare to see guards be more impactful defensively than big men.
Yeah, that's how I don't really look at like like I don't really use DPOYs as arguments because
Yeah,
uh,
usually it favors the center because rim protection is an
yeah,
interior defense is like way
yeah.
more
Yeah,
impactful and important than a perimeter guy.
yeah. It's like you could compare someone like Jared Allen and Drew Holiday. Obviously, both are the. If you asked me who was better, I'd say Drew. If you asked me who I thought was more impactful, I'd say Jared Allen because he's center.
Yeah, so usually just big men have higher impact in
Yeah,
defense.
that
That's
is why
why
like there is no non power forward slash center in the top five defenders. Like it is only big men. You have to go pretty far down before it's
in your
not big
all-time
men.
list for your defenders, is it currently your all-time you're
Yeah,
talking about?
all time. He also probably
Let's see,
also
Hakeem Olajuwon. That's
Hakeem,
one.
Bill, like you have Hakeem, Bill, you have Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett,
Garnett,
and then for five,
Dennis
it's
Rodman. But Dennis Rodman
nah.
wasn't really a. Is he in your top five? I
He
mean,
would nah. He's not in my.
yeah,
I
he
don't.
is in my top
He might
five.
nah. I might take Ben Wallace over him. I'm real. That man was a fucking demon.
yeah, but if what's good MVP? If you're trying to join, the link is here. Um, I mean Dennis Rodman. I think he was Dennis Rodman was like a hybrid. I think he was just more of a perimeter guy than he was just a perimeter guy who could defend in the post a bit.
Because he took care of Shaq and Karl Malone.
Yeah. Well, Ben
Yeah,
Wallace.
Dennis Rodman's just
I
a
don't know.
hybrid.
Yeah, Ben Wallace was the only guy to really hold prime Shaq.
Because when we look at the top 10 defenders all time, it's mainly big men, but then half of it, some of them are perimeter guys. Like, do you have?
Actually, there's David Robertson. He could also be top 10 to be honest,
Oh yeah, I can agree with that.
or top five.
Do you have what's his name? Scottie Pippen as a top 10 defender.
Ooh,
Yes, I see that.
he's very close. He's definitely close. I don't know if he's
He
top five because
if he is,
Wilt might be top five defensively too. That man was a
let's not
monster.
let's not say top 10. Let's just say have the conversation for being in the top 10.
Yeah,
And
then Pippen
I'm
is
just gonna name a couple perimeter
yeah.
guys slash hybrids, and you tell
There
me.
there are a few that
You got
wings.
Scottie Pippen.
Yeah,
Yes.
he's in the convo for sure.
Um, Kevin Garnett. I mean, Kevin Garnett was kind of a
He's a
hybrid
big.
too,
He's
because
in
he
my top five. He's probably in my top five. I'm a real.
KG. Yeah,
He
he's in my top five.
Hey,
KG.
So we
He's
said
Dikembe.
Dennis Rodman already.
yeah. He's in the top 10 convo.
Scottie Pippen, Kawhi Leonard,
Wait,
He's
wait, wait.
probably in yeah.
Dikembe.
Draymond
Top
Green.
Draymond
Dikembe
is in
Mutombo.
he's in the top 10 combo for
Oh no, he was
sure.
just a shot block. I'm talking about. I'm trying to bring up perimeter guys.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
Michael
Gary.
Jordan,
No, I
Gary
don't think he
Payton.
is in the top 10 convo. I think you
Gary
can
Payton.
comfortably
Tony
name 10
Allen.
better defenders than Jordan.
Gary Payton.
Peyton,
I'm just trying to think
nah.
perimeter guys, like mainly
Nah,
perimeter guys or hybrids.
Peyton, he's maybe in the top 15 convo, but not in the top 10 convo. I don't think that I can put a guard in the top 15 or the top 10 convo.
Yeah, he's also one of my favorites too. Right now, how about top 10 defenders all time at
Oh,
every position?
shit, that's hard. Well, center, Bill Russell, Hakeem,
Ben
Well,
Wallace,
Ben Wallace, of course, like
David Robinson.
David Robinson, Wilt Chamberlain. I don't know if he's five though, but he's definitely on the top 10. What is it? Is it Nate Thurmond? Is that what he's called? I forget. The fucking other really great defender from the 60s. Yeah, Nate Thurmond is also in that convo.
I'll go after him if y'all want.
Is Rudy Gobert in that top 10?
Ooh,
Oh,
ooh, ooh, ooh.
Is he? He
Oh,
probably like the bottom of the
he
top.
might. Yeah, oh, shit, he might. I hope not. I hope he's not in the top 10. It's hard.
It's hard to do top 10 actually,
Yeah,
because
because that's a lot of players.
What about power forward? So it's Tim Duncan,
Yeah,
Giannis,
Kevin
Kevin
okay,
Garnett.
Garnett.
Giannis is
Not
up.
in order, not in order, but who
Those are
else?
the top three for sure. And then Draymond,
Oh yeah, Draymond Green.
What is it? Rodman. I think he's a
Yep,
power forward.
yep, he is.
Yes,
AD.
yes. If we consider him a power forward,
I
Yep, he is.
consider him a
Most of his career, he
center.
was a power forward, I believe.
I
So
think maybe. I don't remember.
it's hard. It's gonna take a lot of time to actually come up because there's a couple players that were
Yeah,
just defensive
and then
minded
like
only.
the power forwards was just like kind of irrelevant pre 2000. There weren't a lot of good ones.
Yeah, the 2000 big men were kind of like not. I would say 2010s, not 2000s.
No, no,
Kind
but
of
when the
mid.
power forward really big men became like really great,
Yeah,
that
because
didn't
like
happen for a while.
yeah, it was a lot of guards and wings at that time.
Or bigs.
In the 2010 to like 15 or like to the
Oh
point like
no, no,
2016.
no, no. No, no, no. The power forward. I'm saying the power forward position. It was kind of awful until like the 2000s.
Yeah, we could do a top 10 interior and perimeter defense. I think that's better.
I
Like perimeter, it would be what I'm trying to think. Dennis Rodman, Scottie Pippen would be in that top 10. Kawhi Leonard
Kevin
would be in
Garnett.
there.
Kevin Garnett.
Kevin Garnett
Perimeter,
isn't.
Yeah.
I
No,
don't think so.
but he's a
Tony Allen
yeah.
in
Tony
there.
Allen
Michael
for
Jordan,
sure.
Gary Payton's in
Jordan,
there. Dude, I
yeah.
might just put
Peyton,
Drew. Dude, I might be
Big Kid,
nasty and put Drew Holiday in there.
Kid is up there.
I'm gonna
Yep.
be biased and say that Scotty is in that.
No, Scotty's for sure in there.
What about Muggsy?
Jesus Christ, is
What
Bruce
about Sidney
Bowen?
Moncrief? Is he up there in the top perimeter
I don't
defense?
know. Is Bruce Brown? Bruce Bowen
Bruce
might
Bowen,
be. Yeah,
Bruce
he might be.
Bowen, Sidney Moncrief. Is it
Should we put Muggsy
Joe
low?
Dumars.
Kobe Bryant is a perimeter defender?
Kobe,
Yeah.
maybe. Dumars, of course.
Hey, bro. How about
Yep.
Muggsy?
Bro, Tony Allen gave Kobe and he gave KD problems. Gotta
Mm.
respect Tony Allen.
Kobe was saying that he was like in his nightmares or something.
But in 2008, Kobe, I mean, that game plan was just that they all blitz Kobe.
It
Yeah,
was
and it
like
worked.
give Kobe the ball or let him get the ball. And
He barely even. What is Kobe talking about? This man Tony Allen played 4 minutes a game in that series.
No, he didn't play 4 minutes. I think he played like 12 minutes throughout that series.
Yeah, he did. So he didn't play.
Yeah, he didn't play. They only put him up just to guard Kobe Bryant for a bit. But dude, there was on him. Like Kevin Garnett was also on his ass too.
Yeah. They were banking on his inability to pass the ball well, and it worked.
Yeah, they would basically just double him and force him to be a playmaker. That's it.
And yeah, and he wasn't good at that.
Yeah, but he didn't really have other like reliable, like consistent scores on his team though.
Yeah, well, you had Pau. Didn't you have Pau Gasol? He was pretty good.
Yeah, Pau
Oh,
Gasol, that's it. But like, that
Most
2008 was like a super team for its time.
kinda. Yeah. I
They
mean,
had
Kid is
KG,
probably is Kid
they
a
had
top?
Paul
Yeah, he's top
Pierce,
10.
Ray Allen.
Kid is
Who-
obviously a top 10 perimeter defender.
Who's their center? Was it Perkins? He was kind of he's trash, and then they had
It
Rajon
was
Rondo.
Perkins,
I
yeah.
think Perkins averaged like 7.8 points per game in that time. I
He was
think.
just there to rebound and try to just block shots.
So
That's
Sam
it.
Perkins was just like Capella, like fucking Clint Capella or some shit.
Yeah.
Everyone was aiming. Yeah, because the Celtics were for sure the favorites. Like they were the favorites in 08 and 010 and
I don't
2010.
know, were they the favorites in 2010 with like injured fucking with a post injury KG and shit like that?
Yeah, I
I,
believe so. They were the favorites
I don't remember. Yeah,
because that team beat them. So I'm pretty sure a lot of people had them winning again.
yeah. I mean, that series was fucking ugly. Both teams could not score the ball, especially in Game 7.
Oh yeah, Game 7 it was um Game 7 it was like Kobe, but hey, Kobe had like hella rebounds. So dude grabbed like 15 rebounds that game.
Probably. Yeah, but he also went like 6 of 24 or some bum ass shit. None
Yeah,
of
he wasn't
decent.
he wasn't efficient like the scoring wise. But in the fourth quarter, he was hitting his shots though. Fourth quarter, he was hitting his shots and he was making his free throws. He was playing good defense and he was rebounding the basketball. So
Yeah.
he did have a bad shooting game.
Yeah, they all did literally. Jesus Christ, that shit. They were scoring like fucking
That
60.
2000s, it was that 2000s defense. What was the final
No,
score? Was it like 80s or was it
not enough
80s?
point. Awful offense versus like Jesus Christ. 2000 defense kind of gets overhyped because like offensives have evolved more in the last like 10 years than it did in the like 30 years before that. Like fucking, it's just exploded. There's a reason the Kings are the most effective offense of all time this season.
Yeah.
Like,
I think it was 83 to 79. Yeah, it was a low scoring game, but
I'm like,
even Ray Allen, I mean, it's a
yep,
game 7, so everyone's gonna try their absolute hardest to play defense. So that's gonna make like
obviously.
mostly everyone
I mean, at
inefficient.
least it wasn't ugly like the early early 2000 Pacers versus Pistons series. That was fucking disgusting.
I mean, it was a game 7. There's nothing we could ask better than.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't the fucking 60, like the '04 Pacers versus Pistons. At least they had like they averaged like under 100 150 points combined.
Yeah, like at least it wasn't like a boring matchup like the Lakers versus the Nets. Like, cause that
Like that was just kind of J Kid being like ruling the fucking East for a bit. I don't know how he did that. Like
yeah, it wasn't
Risen
even
also.
close. Like,
Yeah. I mean, yeah. It wasn't.
hope he left. I don't know if he's gonna come back, but
Game 1 and Game 3 were actually a bit close, but that's about it. I don't know,
for the
kid.
which one for the Nets versus Lakers.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a kind of close. There were two kind of close games. I don't
Yeah,
know.
and then he made it. All right then. Best finals ever all time.
2016.
2016.
It's
Yep.
just 2016. That's it.
Yep. The 3-1 comeback.
Yeah, the storyline, like all that. It's just 2016.
Yep. Best script.
Real
That's
they begs.
that's the NBA I miss. I like today's NBA though, but the only problem I have is just the text. So they kind of be 2016 finals overrated. What do you think is the best finals? Like when it comes to like storyline, like
It's
watching it, like
it's
as a
just.
fans.
I mean, it's literally just 2016. The 3-1
Just
comeback.
blowout games.
Yeah, no, that's literally just looking at the fucking box results. That's the only way you'd ever say it's act about it like that.
All
Watching it,
time. All time.
yeah, like blowout games, but like fucking the storylines. Fucking
I mean, I was gonna say like I like today's game. The only thing I don't like is just the text, bro. They be the refs be OD with the text. Like you see like when they who was the one that it was Jason Tatum where he
yeah, no,
clapped and he literally got a
yeah.
tag for that.
But like we're talking in terms of how like the games look good, old school or new school. The new definitely new school because like offenses, old offenses were boring as shit. There was no spacing. That shit was fucking ugly.
It's just new school because like it's
Yeah,
just more
we
talent. It's just more
yeah,
talent to
it's
watch.
more
So
talent and they actually play decent offense now.
it's
The offense
2011.
and
Yeah, 2011's up there for sure. It's
that's
definitely the
good time.
greatest playoff like feel
Yeah,
like
it's what.
finals run ever because the dude beat
I mean,
who
you're
did he beat?
for
It was
20,
Portland. He beat Portland, right? And then he beat Kobe
and
and
then
the
he beat
Lakers, and
Curry.
it was KD and Russ and the OKC, and then it was LeBron at the Heat.
Yeah, well, yeah, you have like fucking the two fucking Hakeem runs where he
Oh, he
proceeded to
beat goes what? Karl Malone,
Karl
Shaq,
Malone, David
David
Robinson,
Robinson.
Shaq, and like Charles Barkley. I think
Oh yeah, it was Charles Barkley.
that's in 1995. I think. Yeah, and like there, you also have the year before he beats. I think beats like who does he beat? I forget. He beats Clyde in the first, and he beats like Barkley, Malone, and then he just destroys Ewing in the finals. Like he was not letting that man Ewing do shit. That man Ewing shot 36% from the field. He was in prison. Yeah, and 95 is obviously even more absurd. He just beat like all of his direct competition, like just fucking destroyed them.
Hey, what's your top 10? I actually want to know what's your top 10 right now.
Top 10,
All time, not currently. My bad.
LeBron, MJ are 1A, 1B. I'm not getting into all that debate. 3, I
Yeah.
have Akeem. 4, I have Magic, though. And 5, I have Duncan, though they're interchangeable. 6 is Kobe. 7 is Hakeem. 8 is Shaq. 9 is Curry. And 10 is Larry Bird or Bill Russell, though they're both interchangeable.
So Wilt's on your top 10?
No, he's not.
That I agree with. He's not in my top 10
He's
either.
barely, I don't even know if he's in my top 15.
What do you rank? Do you just do peak only?
No, I just base it off their careers. I'm not gonna do peak only. Then I would have Shaq way
Yeah, it
higher
is a
than
good
eight.
storyline. Mm.
Yeah, pretty much.
Mine is like, yeah, I say same thing. MJ,
That Bird shouldn't be higher. Bird choked way too much in the playoffs.
1A,
Like
1B.
people don't talk about the Bird in the play. He choked. He had a lot of chokes, especially, and he had like he has no longevity because the key brother was washed up after like what yeah by 31 32 he was washed after the injury. LeBron
Yeah,
at 4, you're actually disgusting.
5 Magic.
MVP for 81 Chase, Jesus Christ, that's nuts.
I'm talking about Bird choking in his first few years.
Bird in general has a lot of pretty bad playoff showings. He was like, for example, like in 1982, he shoots 43% from the field in the playoffs and averages 18 points despite in the like regular season he shoots 50% and scores 23. He dropped he's in general a bit of a playoff dropper.
The question here. Oh, here we go. No, there's another question I saw that we skipped through. Oh, best perimeter defenders right now. One is Drew Holiday. Jaden
It's,
McDaniels is in the top 5.
yes,
Mikal Bridges. Who else?
OG, I
OG.
guess.
Yep,
Marcus
OG.
Smart.
Jared Vanderbilt.
I don't know. He's maybe. He's pretty crazy.
Yeah, Jaden
Oh
McDaniels.
my!
He's bro.
But
Like I don't even.
why are we
Is he gonna
still
make
putting
all? Is he gonna make all defensive teams
who who?
for Jaden McDaniels? I think he should, but I don't. He's not. He doesn't
Maybe
have
he
the.
makes.
He
Maybe he
doesn't have the
makes this.
popular. He doesn't have the popularity to
Yeah,
get.
maybe he makes the second team. Bro, why are we still? Why is this man putting Wilt above Bill? Bill owned the shit out of Wilt Chamberlain consistently. That man.
Hey,
Bill
you can
is
keep talking. I'll be right back in like 2 minutes.
sure. Most hated team. That's a good ass question. Hmm. Like all time team or like singular team. Like most hated. Like I mean, most hated franchise or most hated like, for example, the 17 Warriors or like. Okay, so like franchise. Hmm. Shit. Shit. If I mean, it might be it's either the Warriors or the Knicks. The Knicks talk too much shit for being a big ass market and winning fuck all in the last 50 years. And the Warriors fans are just cancer. The Lakers and Celtics, they have reason to be trash talking. They have like really great historic franchises. The Knicks do not. They have no reason to be trash talking, and the Warriors fans are just fucking cancer. To hear Curry is better than Braun. Fuck out of here! Like, oh my god, I hate them. They're so dumb. I don't mind like franchises having a bit of trash talk when they actually can back it up with like how they have with the amount they've won and shit. And the Lakers and Celtics can. Well, Lakers for sure can. The Celtics haven't won much in the last like 30 years. They have like one ring. Yeah, I was about to say they kind of been ass recently, but they might win another one soon. Their roster is actually looking pretty good. But at the same time, they're employing Tatum as their first option, so that might also not happen. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
But
back. What's
still,
good? What's good,
yeah,
Drew?
we are talking about the most
What's
hated
good,
team.
bro?
Wait, what the fuck? Oh, yeah.
Hey, what was he talking about?
He asked about most hated franchise.
Oh, the Celtics.
I don't mind like so shit like that
Your
because they
fans?
act.
Like fan base wise, or if it's fan base wise, it's definitely Philly sports, Boston sports, Los Angeles sports.
They're all eight. If it's fans wise, it might just be fucking Warriors because holy shit, their fans are eight.
Oh yeah, right now it's definitely Warriors.
Warriors fans are just eight. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I
Yeah, like
definitely
all
got it.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I want to talk about the Jaden McDaniels thing. I don't even think he's gonna make All NBA.
He's not,
Not
well,
because
no,
he's
he,
not good, but just because he just doesn't have the
he
recognition.
should make. He might make second team. He deserves second team.
Jaden McDaniels, all in,
Because he's a
all
forward,
NBA
right?
or all
He's a forward.
defensive,
All defensive, of course.
all defensive.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't
He's
see
a
why.
forward, so they're gonna give it to 8. They might put 80 in the forward.
AD
Triple
doesn't play. Has barely
Yeah,
played. He's
80,
not
80
good.
hasn't even played that many games yet.
Jared.
Has AD even played
What
like
about
40
what's his
games?
name? Triple J.
Like 80
He's gonna
hasn't
be
even
first
played
team.
60
Triple
games.
J will be the first team together with Mobley. Second
Mhm.
team should be Giannis and Jaden McDaniels.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. Yeah, because 80 hasn't even played that many games.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to put Mobley in there, JJJ,
Yeah.
Giannis.
What did they put Macau? You think they're gonna put Macau as a forward?
I mean, he can be
Nah,
he can be a guard too. 'Cause,
he could be either or, yeah, guard or wing.
yeah, he can just be one of the guards.
Yeah, that's gonna mess up his votes probably.
Yeah, it is for
That's
sure.
how what's his name? Jalen Brown. His votes are gonna get skewed a bit because some people are gonna vote him as a guard and some people are gonna vote him as a forward.
He doesn't deserve to be on the team anyway.
Yeah, but he's not even defensive wise. He's not even good enough to be on it.
Oh no. I'm talking about all NBA, not defensive
All
wise.
Ah,
NBA. I
yeah,
mean,
he's
I think he has a shot just because he played.
Mm.
It's more so, he's on the best second best team in the league, and it's a lot of other players that haven't played that many games. So like
I
Curry,
don't.
I don't even think
You
Curry
could,
can make
yeah,
Curry
Curry hasn't played fuck all. He's played so few
like
games, and his team has been kind of mid.
like you got Curry hasn't played in a lot of games. Booker,
They
Yeah,
always.
I think it's Triple J as well.
That's why Donovan Mitchell makes first team,
yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
and also because Luca is fat as fuck and doesn't play defense.
You know, Lucas, he's fucking cooked.
And
Oh, yeah.
Luca is so cooked.
Are the Mavs out of the playoffs already? Or do they still have a chance? Because I know the Jazz. I know the
I
Jazz lost to OKC,
they've
but
shut down Kyrie. They've shut down Luca. They're not trying at least.
Yeah, they're not trying, but for some reason they winning this game when they could get a top 10 pick if they lose. It's not really making any sense to be
I
honest.
think because I think the Mavs they would have to beat Chicago, and who else would they have to beat? And the Spurs, right? And then OKC would have to lose both of their games for them to make the play.
Who's the depoy? I'm a
I
Cavs
got
fan,
Triple
so
J,
I'm
man.
obligated to say Mobley.
I got Triple J, man. I
got
think
Triple
he
J as
ain't
well.
fancy.
But as a Cavs fan, I'm just obligated to say Evan Mobley.
Mobley,
You got no choice
I
but
think
to say
Mobley's
that.
in the top 3, isn't he? For
Yes. Well, he
because
should be at least.
AD hasn't
I mean,
played
he
enough.
should be.
AD hasn't played enough, so it would be who it would be? It would be Giannis,
Evan
Mobley,
Mobley's supposed
Giannis,
to,
Mobley, and
at least from some.
You can't. I
I
don't
was
think you can.
watching the
You can't
Cavs for
have two
some.
depoys on the same team. I mean, I think Brook Lopez has more of it.
oh yeah, Brook Lopez is in there. I forgot.
Yeah, Giannis. I don't
The
think he
top.
has it. Yeah,
Yeah, but the
gotta
thing,
go.
what is it? Fucking Mobley, at least according to like some Cavs media shit I saw, leads the league in 3-point contests on contesting 3-point shots. He's a fucking power forward contesting the most 3-point shots. That is fucking absurd. Like I don't get that. That does not make sense to me. How the fuck?
You know, Mobley. He's a fucking bro. I think he's like the next AD. Like when it comes to defense, bro. Like
He's a KG archetype.
he's him
very
on
much
defense.
like KG.
Like I really want to see him in the playoffs. Like you know what I'm saying. I want to see his
Yeah,
defensive
when
impact.
he still needs to fill out his frame though. He is a bit too small.
Yeah, that's probably his only issue. But everything else, he kind of got it. Like awareness, IQ. Only thing is like he might get bullied by like shit like Embiid or somebody, but Embiid's
Yeah,
bullying
but that's why
everybody.
they have
So
Jared Allen, who's like way bigger.
yeah, it's a good thing you got him and Allen because it's like what he lacks in, Allen kind of makes up for it a little bit. Like if he does
Jared Allen is a bit
get
better, is a bit bigger.
yeah.
While Mobley is more like versatile. He might be the most versatile pick in the league, to be honest.
And I'm thinking like with those two in the paint, like if you get a 3-and-D, like any type of 3-and-D that can lock down, we're looking at a
Isaac
historic
Okoro.
defense. Yeah, we're looking at like like even Okoro. I think he's kind of
Okoro is a good 3-and-D player. Well, he's at least a good defensive player. His 3-point shot is kind of on off.
I think he should be better than what he is though. With a top 5 pick.
Yeah, he is a disappointment, but at least like he's been shooting like 36% from 3 this season. He's improved, and he's been shooting really good since Christmas.
No, they're gonna need that in the playoffs because he's gonna be the player they sag off for. Him and Mobley, like if him and Mobley can get their 3-point together, like stay and keep it consistent.
I mean, since Christmas, Okoro has shot like 44% from 3. So if he can keep on that, but it's only on like 2.5 attempts. But if he can actually like shoot like this, normally they can't sack off him.
That's what I'm thinking, and I'm thinking like he's probably gonna take more shots because in the playoffs they're probably gonna force him to shoot.
Yeah,
so
obviously.
My mic is tripping.
Yeah, it's a bit weird.
It's like a little bit staticky after you talk. All right, he's just gonna jump back. He said, "Who's y'all MVP?" I think Embiid's already gonna win it.
It's gonna be Embiid. I don't think there's any points in discussing it. He's by far the fucking voting or the betting favorite. He's going to win it. There's no way.
When do they announce it?
I don't know. I think it's like around the start of the first round, or maybe it's after the first round.
Yeah, I think it's like the second round.
I don't know really. It's around that time.
Yeah, I think he's gonna get it.
I mean, he is. He's like The
I mean, I don't have
fucking
a problem. I don't have a problem with
I
him
think
winning it.
Embiid is like it was minus 1,000 on FanDuel.
Hmm.
You talk about
He,
for Embiid?
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh yeah.
there's no point in discussing it. It's gonna be Embiid. The odds are so absurdly in his favor.
Oh yeah.
No, I think it's definitely his year. Like, even
Yeah,
though
he
Jokic is having a killer season, I think
yeah,
it's one of those things where like I don't think they really want Jokic to win 3 in a row.
yeah,
You know, so I'm
yeah, of
thinking like
course.
they probably give it to Embiid.
They're giving it to Embiid. Like if you look at the fucking Vegas odds and shit like that,
No, he's
Yeah.
definitely
it,
the favorite.
it's
He's
so
definitely.
lopsided for Embiid.
I'm not even that mad though. It's like
Yeah,
because
he
he was
deserves
one
it.
of the
So
Yeah,
last
I
2
don't
he
got.
years.
he
You
been
know.
balling. As long as you don't ask Hellfire about him,
Oh yeah, no, he
Jesus
fuck around and
Christ,
say
Hellfire is
Doesn't he
SGA,
have? Doesn't he have Shea at number 2,
that's
or does he
bro.
have number
Yes.
1?
bro.
Jokic, Shea, Dimich, Luca, and Embiid. I think it is.
Oh.
That's it. That's it. Is
It's
cooked.
it's a fucking joke, bro. It's a
He
Yeah,
has
he,
Luca
fucking
number 1.
Luca is number
no. He
4.
got to look in the top
Oh,
5,
4.
bro.
Oh, I thought it was the
Yeah,
other way around.
nah, Jokic just won. What a
I need him to come
surprise!
up here. Hope I could try to get up here next time. Have him
Jesus,
explain his MVP list.
he
It's
just
gonna be a bunch of bro.
all, his
It's gonna
entire
be a
He said
thing.
he
bunch of
doesn't.
analytics, bro. Like you fuck around and fall asleep. That's how. To
Like
listen to that shit, bro. Like
advanced
it's gonna be a
sets.
bunch of analytics. Yes,
Like,
yes,
damn.
yes. Like D Raptor, all that. You know,
Hmm.
offensive box plus minus, all that shit, bro. Like
What's y'all? Would be y'all criteria for MVP? For MVP, I think y'all gotta be like a top 4 seed to win it.
I think you
Uh,
gotta be. I think you
At least
gotta
a
be a
top.
top.
At least a top 4 seed from each conference.
I think you gotta be a top 4 seed in the NBA. Obviously, gotta be the most impactful on your team. And you got to be doing something right. Like I'm not gonna lie, it has to be somewhat of a narrative in it. It can't just be best player on the best team because then it'd be like it wouldn't even. I don't
It'd
really
be
like that
Giannis
too
or
much.
Jokic, right? Because they're both
Yeah,
the
I
number 1
wouldn't really like
seeds.
that too
it'd
much.
be
'Cause
honest.
then now we looking at
Last year, it'd be
who
fucking
you got
Chris
on your
Paul
team.
or Devin Booker, and fuck no.
You know,
Yeah, I
but
don't agree with at least a top 4 seed. I think
definitely
that's fair.
like
Top 4 in their conference.
Yeah, in their conference, not in the NBA.
Yeah,
That's
because then
fair.
you have home court advantage.
yeah
And then
you got like you can't be an MVP and you don't even have home court in the first round.
yeah,
Like
don't make sense.
that doesn't make sense to me. You know, like
And
that
then
I
also the
really didn't
games
like when
too.
Russ won it,
I don't
and
mind
then
it
I didn't
being
like
it
when
happening like every once in a blue moon for like an outlier season, but
Yeah, that's
like
fine. I'm saying just like for the majority and to
it
be
shouldn't be normal.
consistent.
It shouldn't be normal. It can
Mhm.
happen once or twice every few decades,
Yeah,
but
unless
it
you're like
shouldn't.
Russell Westbrook, who literally averaged a
Yeah,
triple double
Russ
out
or
the
like
gate.
Jokic last season, I
Like
don't
that.
mind.
That's an
Those two
outlier.
seasons, yeah,
Yeah,
those see, I
I
don't really mind.
think Russ was more of a. I didn't like Russ winning it, but I was you know what I'm saying I was fine with it.
You gotta, yeah, you gotta
Jokic winning
understand.
it.
Russ winning it was
Jokic,
completely fine. Yeah,
Hmm.
and Jokic winning it last year is also fine because like Jokic was fucking uh, historic that shit. And like his competition was Embiid who won like 3 more games. Like
Yeah. What was it? 2021, where there was the first seed in that
yeah,
conference.
that was when Jokic was like the 2 seed, I think, and he won it.
Was he?
Uh,
2021.
2021, I think Jokic is a 2 seed in the West.
Oh,
Yeah. Or maybe it's 3 seed. I forgot.
I think there was 2021. Was it the Jazz and top
Yeah,
seed?
I think it's Jazz, and then it was like
Suns. It was
Jazz,
Suns,
Suns,
Jazz.
and Nuggets.
The Suns were second, right?
yep. I was
I think it was
cool with
Jazz, Suns, and Nuggets. I think that's how
I
it
was
was.
cool with Jokic winning it the first time. I wasn't really cool with the second time. Like this year, I'll be cool if he won it this year. But my biggest issue was last year. It's like I didn't really think he deserved it. I think it was more so Embiid, definitely Embiid, because I
They
don't
just
really like.
because they looked at the advanced stats because he was
Yeah, that's
literally
what I'm
leading.
saying. Like when your reasoning for winning MVP is mostly analytics, I'm not buying it. I'm
They were
not.
looking at his advanced stats and they're looking like, oh, he didn't have MPJ or he didn't have Jamal Murray, and he took their team to a playoff seed, so they gave him the MVP. And they probably looked at it like that, but My criteria is like you gotta play games. I think 55 games is enough, but I don't know if did he cap about the saying that there's no game limit like for the MVP, or was he telling the truth?
I mean, he probably. I mean, for this year, he probably was, but I'm pretty sure they're not giving the MVP to somebody that won like that played like 50 games. Like,
Yeah, they're not giving it like to Kevin Durant, someone like
yeah,
that.
no,
It's like
no
who's
fucking
or
way.
eight,
Like, I'm pretty
the
sure you
one's
gotta
hurt.
like play at least 6. Like, honestly, I looked it up. I think it's a stat. It's like nobody has won MVP like playing less than like 60 some games. So they're not giving it to you unless you played 70, 80% of the season anyway. So that's automatically disqualifying people like KD, but you know what I'm saying, Curry, people like that. Like, so.
Yeah, I think the bare minimum is like 55.
And then they just made it 65. So it's like now if you even if you have a minor injury like an ankle sprain or something, you can miss out. That can cook your MVP and your All NBA consideration right there. So
Yeah, I don't have a problem with the MVP or the Finals MVP. The only thing I don't like is the conference MVP, the one with Magic or Bird. It just doesn't make sense. Like I honestly think it should be throughout the whole playoff run. The most valuable player throughout the playoff run. So it's start from the first round all the way to the conference finals of the winners. I think it would be better like that. But then you got a playoff MVP award, you got a finals award, and then you got a regular season award.
so the playoff. So wait. So the playoff MVP award, would it be who would it go? Like would it go to the team that won the championship, or would it just be anybody who
No, it would go to the
would
team that
anybody in the
won the
playoffs?
comp. No, it would be the team that it would be the it would go to one
So
of the
it, so
players.
it, so it'd be two of them, one for the East and one for the West.
Yeah, so it would be like, for example, so say Milwaukee, right? Like they would look at it from the first, like obviously the award is gonna go to the person who makes it to the finals for each conference,
Mm-hmm.
but it should be throughout the playoffs instead of just one series. Like it should go through the first round, second round, and third round, and look at who overall throughout those three series who was the most like most valuable to their team.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. I like that
Instead of
more than.
just the one game series, right? Because we already got that for the finals, and then they should call that they could still have the conference MVP, but like just make it where like the playoffs actually like matter, like the first round and the second round as well.
You know, I'm cool.
Because it
I
makes
like that more than I like that more than just making it just off the conference finals. Because when you think about it, it's like kind of like you got two finals MVPs awards because it's one for the conference finals and then you got one for the finals. So a person that won the finals MVP will most likely win the conference MVP too. I just think it's too many awards going around, you know. And then it's like honestly, bro, like I feel like these last couple years the NBA has just been adding shit. It's like some of this shit hasn't really been needed. It's like example being the play-in. Like this year, you know what I'm saying, it's really intriguing because you got teams that's not supposed to be in the
it's
play-in,
really
but
close.
it's like last year, I mean, like we had teams like the fucking Spurs in the play-in, you know, the Pelicans without Zion, Clippers without Kawhi. It's like 9 times out of 10, bro, those teams are going to get bounced in the first round. Like this year
I
is going to be this is an outlier year. In the future, the play-in is really not going to be entertaining, and these teams are going to be getting swept or you know what I'm saying losing in 5 in the first round.
I do like it, but like only for like a certain. I do and I don't like it. Like the reason why I like it, it's like current like how it is right now. Like for example, like these games are like 1 to like 2 games close. That makes the play in like much better. But like for example, like say if the 7th seed is up by like 4 or more games, compared they would play against the 10th seed who is like they're worse than like 4 to 5 games. That I think yeah, I could understand why people don't like it. But if it's like a 1 or 2 game difference, like 2.5 game difference, like that it actually makes it fun. But like if it's like if it's like to the point, like for example, where the 7th seed should already clinch a playoff spot, but they still have to be in the play-in game because they're the 7th seed, that doesn't make no sense. But I don't know. I do like it, but at the same time, I don't.
That's what I'm getting at. It's like when the competition is there, I'm cool with it. But when it's like when the team is like when it's like teams that's clearly better than the teams that's below them, like if you got a 7 seed, like say for example, you got the Lakers, you know, they're 7 seed, and then the 10th seed is the Thunder, who like honestly, like they overachieved this year, but like if we're going to be honest, they really don't even want to be in the play-in. Like if they had a choice, they'd probably be tanking for a better draft pick. When there's shit like that going on, it's like okay, we really just wasting. Like it's okay, it's another game that we can watch, but in the grand scheme of it, it's like it's not really doing anything for me, to be
They're
honest.
winning. They're winning games, though. I don't know why because they have no shot to win the finals, right? So I don't know why like their coach is having them. I'm pretty sure they know it as well. Like I'm pretty sure they know like they're not. He can't compete against like the Lakers, the Warriors, the Suns, the Nuggets in the playoff series.
That's my thing, and that's what I'm saying with the Mavericks too. Is like last time I checked, they was winning by like double digits against the Bulls today. It's like, are you really trying to tank, or are you really like are you fucking your tank up? Because if you get a top 10 draft pick, that could change your whole offseason as far as getting help with Luka and Kyrie. But you're fucking around trying to win games. That's in the grand scheme of it, you're still probably going to lose in the play-in. And even if you do win the play-in game, you have to win another play-in game and get in the playoffs. And now you're looking at Denver, Memphis in the first round, and it's not going to go too well. So it's like
Yeah, they're a first round exit. Like that's their best. Like
that's what
first
I'm
round
saying. So
exit.
if your ceiling is a first round exit, it's not really. Is it really that beneficial? Especially when you got Luka and Kyrie on your team. It's like it's not like they're a young team trying to get some playoff experience or something like that. These are two. Kyrie is already a champion, and then you got Luka, who's already just went to the Western Conference Finals last year. It's like, and you see that your team isn't that good. Like the supporting cast is not really that good. It's not meshing well.
And
It's like you should want to get it.
I believe Brooklyn doesn't have their pick too. I believe their pick is for next year.
Yeah, like that's an instance where it's like, okay, you want to win. You don't want to tank because it's like
They're
you're
giving
tanking for
Brooklyn
no
that
reason.
pick.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. You're giving Houston your pick or the Suns or whoever has the pick. But it's like okay, you want to win, and you got players on your team that
By the way, the Mavs are losing now.
yeah,
They
that's
are.
good. That's good.
Then
That's good.
then their playoffs. Yeah, that thing they should just tank, bro. Like tank, try to get a top 10 pick. And if they get a top 10 pick, they could either draft somebody or they could trade that for a defensive value. Because
Mm.
Yeah,
what they need is just some 3D guys, and they need a center who's absolutely good at defense.
So
that's what I'm saying. It's like
they
if you get
need
a
an
top 10 pick,
actual center and not Dwight Powell.
Yeah,
no,
not
they
Dwight
need to,
Powell. Who's their backup? Christian Wood. I like
No,
Christian Wood as a.
he's a power forward though.
Oh, he's a
yeah,
power forward.
he's not really. I mean,
I like him as a backup, but
he can play the center, but like
he's not good.
they need a center that can play some defense and get some rebounds, bro. Like this
Yeah.
How
offensive
would
center shit.
how
Like
would like
this,
Miles Turner work? Like if they get
like
someone like
That's who
Jaden
they
Mc,
need.
if they
that's
get
not
That's
real.
who they need.
That's not realistic though. Like if we're gonna be realistic, like they need to get. I can't even think of a name, but they just need to get somebody that can play defense and get some rebounds. Because if
They
you do
just
that,
need like a Clint Capella archetype.
oh yeah,
They need somebody like
he'll be
that,
perfect. He'll be perfect. I think
especially
they
if
need
they
that.
plan on keeping Kyrie, or if they want to keep Kyrie, having two pretty
what do they
bunch.
trade him for the? I was thinking we were talking about the other day that the Lakers trading Kyrie for to the
The
Mavs.
Lakers trading Kyrie
Yeah,
or the
so
Mavs.
Kyrie would have to do a trade, a sign and trade, and then the Mavs would have to trade him. But like, if it
Please
was a
don't say
trade
to the
package
to the
I'm saying for
Lakers.
the Lakers, if it's for the Lakers, 100% Jared Vanderbilt has to be in that.
Yeah.
Who else would you get though?
They would probably get
You
like
would
you would
D'Lo,
need way
Jared.
more if you
No,
doing
bro.
that.
D'Lo not moving, and D'Lo is
No,
not.
it would be D'Lo. It would be Jared Vanderbilt, and then it would probably be another one because they don't have draft picks. So then they would have to
Yeah,
throw another play. They would have to throw in another player because they don't have draft capital.
Don't they still have the
Capital.
2019 pick?
Huh?
Don't they still have the 2019 pick?
They have the
the
20.
Mavericks.
They have the
No,
2029 pick.
Yeah, they
I
got
think.
their. Yeah, they do.
Why
Yeah.
would they keep on to that? What the fuck are they gonna do with that?
I mean, they're.
They have
I
no.
think
they're
I
gonna
think they're
need
just
everything
they
in
I
have
there.
think
no.
they
They
trade
have,
that far in the future though.
because they know their team is gonna be ass once AD and LeBron probably
yes.
retire or. So
Oh,
they're
you
gonna
talking
hold
about
on.
the Lakers? Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
2029 because the Lakers have that pick. They gave up the 2027 pick right for D'Lo and that shit right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That deal went fucking insane.
But they didn't want to trade that 29 pick because it's like you don't know what that pick can turn into because it's like that's after Bron AD, so it's like that pick could be a top 5 first fuck around be a top 3 pick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because they're gonna
It's
be
like,
asked they're gonna be asked in the future because they have no draft capital to actually like draft
Yep.
and build
But they
around.
can just rely on the fucking.
You would have to rely on the young players on the team, like what Austin Reeves and who
yeah.
else?
I mean, and they got some
And
young players that can
he's up
improve
for a
like that. Not
contract.
Austin.
They can rely on like free agency because they're a massive market.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
free
it's LA.
agency as well.
Somebody's
But
gonna
they don't
come
really
to
have to.
LA.
They don't really have to. You know what I'm saying? Trade that pick because it's LA. People are gonna want to go to LA. Like people want to play with
Yeah.
LA. People want to play with
That,
Oh, yeah.
Bron. You know
that's
what I'm
easy.
saying? So
I think just the city of LA because like
it's more so that yeah.
And
it makes
they actually gotta decide what they plan on doing with Austin Reeves because I think he's up for free agency this summer.
Yeah.
living
So I think they're
like
definitely playing.
playing in
Yeah,
LA. It's like it's the most like smart thing you could do as a sports player because it helps you like number one you live in a good ass city. Number two, usually those sports are popularity and
But
most of the time
but
the LA teams are
it
good.
depends. If you don't play well, you're going to get death threats.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I mean
no,
the
playing with
pressure.
Bron, yeah, playing with Bron is crazy. Like
That thing with Braun is just
like
asking for death.
Oh yeah, the
Or
pressure. Yeah, the pressure is
you
definitely
got
gonna
to be
be.
ready for it, bro. Like
But that
like
come that doesn't
like
really
these.
come with LeBron. I think it just comes with playing a high market. Like if you play with New York, like in a New York.
No, it's definitely Bron, bro.
No, I'm talking about like in sports in general, right? Like if you play like in a high and like in a place like Boston, New
Mhm.
England, like a high like New York, Los
Yeah.
Angeles, you're gonna get a lot of pressure because it's a big market city where
Oh,
a
definitely,
lot of
definitely.
people,
But
you're gonna be on TV a lot because you're a big market, and a lot of people are gonna be watching you.
no, I agree
More,
with that. But what I'm saying is, though, like playing with Bron, that's way more scrutiny coming at you than playing in LA. Like even when Brown was in Cleveland, like when J.R. Smith did that shit in the finals, bro, like that shit was magnified to the max because you playing with Brown, you on the biggest stage, and you just did a major fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Like Danny Green was getting death threats in the finals because he missed that wide open three. Beasley right now was getting slandered on Instagram because he's playing bad. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if LeBron wasn't on that team, I don't think people would care as much. But it's like when you playing with Bron and that's people's favorite player, that's their idol. And you're fucking up.
It's a little bit of both because it's still LA. Like that's what that Lakers team is storied long before Braun was even a thought that was a story franchise. So they have expectations regardless. I think Braun just heightens it a little bit more.
That's what I'm saying. I think Bron heightens it a lot more, like because you playing with a top three player all time, and he has expectations to win every year. So. And he's bringing you in to help him. Like, so these players that's not hitting shots and shit like that, they're not doing their job. They're going to get fucking scrutinized to the max.
Everything seems like it's going to be all lined up tomorrow. How it's going to play out with who's matched up where.
Oh yeah, they say who plays tomorrow? The Clippers.
I mean, the West is pretty much locked up.
The rest pretty much locked up.
There are a lot of games tomorrow.
So it's pretty much a season now.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're cooked. They're cooked.
Yeah, everything is locked in, but the play-in for the West. So
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Well, actually, no. Like the 1 through.
No, like the East is literally locked up. Like all of the East is locked up.
5 through 10 seed isn't completely locked up.
Yeah, that's what I was saying for the West. So.
And like the 6 seed, I don't know if the Nets have locked up the 6 seed.
No, they have because they won today, and the Heat lost.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's pretty locked up. I mean, they got games, but the teams that they're playing, there's no games where there's two teams that are going to compete. Like people are sitting people now, so it's just like these dudes are just waiting to get to the players at this point.
Yeah, like the only teams that's playing their starters are literally the 5 through 10 seed in the West, and then you got the Mavericks. Like nobody else is. They're pretty much
even in those instances, like Golden State is still kind of playing for some. They playing the Kings tonight. The Kings ain't playing nobody, so they're not really playing competitive games. They're playing walkthroughs. Like they're not gonna compete with the Warriors without DeMontis.
It's in Sacramento, so you know it's gonna be a close game.
Like it's a walkthrough. That's a walkthrough.
It's gonna be in Sacramento, so the Warriors are gonna find a way to lose somehow.
It's a walkthrough.
Yeah, I was about to say, like you would think it's a walkthrough, but like the Warriors on the road are fucking one of the worst teams in the league. And it's a close game
it's
right now. I'm
different
watching
when
the game right now. Like
they're in playoff mode. They're playing for something, and they're playing the B team in Sacramento. It's not like you're
and they're
playing. You're
leading
playing the
by.
hey,
B team.
Oh my
we
god!
got.
No, the
We talking
Warriors
about the
were
road.
up. The Warriors, the Kings have outscored the Warriors 19-7 in the second quarter.
Say that again.
The Kings have outscored the Warriors 19-7 in the second quarter. They have played 9 minutes.
Like the Warriors, they were just up like by like 50. They was up by like 20, 15, 20. Now it's a 4-point game.
16,
So
yeah.
So
And then
in Sacramento, teams are going to make runs in their home gym. But then when the game is on the line and it's close, are you betting on Davion Mitchell?
I'm not betting on Curry.
oh no,
He's
I'm not.
missed
I'm not.
a
I'm not
fuck
betting on
ton of
Davion
clutch
Mitchell, but
shots this year.
So
I'm not betting
that's
on
what
the
I'm
Warriors
talking
to win the
about.
road game.
Oh
I
my
know that.
god! Oh my god! Fucking Kevin, Jonathan Kuminga has 10 points off the bench. What the fuck?
You know he's balling. He's balling
He's
right now.
cooked. Let him cook.
But
Oh my god! The Warriors cannot rebound the ball. Wait, what? Do they just have turnovers? Yeah, the Warriors are just turning the ball over too much. That doesn't actually surprise me.
yeah, that's usual for the Warriors.
That's what they do.
Yeah,
Oh
that's what
god,
they do.
why did my streaming website not pop off instantly? Let's see. Is the Warriors Kings the only game that's gonna be good? Because
Today, that's the only
The
game
first-
that's meaning something. Everybody else was really sitting their players.
yeah, well, Lakers aren't, but
Yeah, Brian and AD playing.
yeah, D-Lo already has 5 points.
KD's not playing. Come on,
Of
Yeah,
course he's not.
nobody's playing.
Yeah,
Why
there's
would
no
KD
reason.
want to play?
bro. I was hoping for KD to pray. Actually,
They are starting Bismack.
The Suns have nothing to play for.
Yeah, they got nothing to play for, bro.
They do
Yeah,
not.
I guess we probably just gotta wait for the playoffs then.
Yeah, that's what you got to do. Remember,
Yeah,
he got
but
hurt.
we
He got
can't-
hurt in the warm up
we
last
get
time.
We get Bron 80 in the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah,
I wanna see
that's what
KD
I'm
versus
hoping for.
LeBron.
I
That's
just
what I'm
hope
hoping
I
for.
just hope it's Denver and LA in the first round.
No, facts.
It won't
I
be.
need
It's
that.
gonna be
Really,
Denver,
I'm hoping
or it's gonna be like LA and Memphis and the Grizzlies, and
Unless if
they're
Lakers
gonna
lose,
stack the paint. The Lakers stack the paint, and it's over because Ja is just gonna be ineffective.
Any of y'all are Laker fans?
no.
I'm not a
No.
Laker fan.
So who do you think wins the matchup if it's the LA and Memphis? Who do you think is a better matchup, Denver or
Lakers,
Lakers.
especially because Ja might be injured.
He's
Oh,
injured.
yeah, he did leave in the game.
He left the game versus Milwaukee. I haven't
Oh.
checked anything further than that.
Yeah, I haven't watched basketball for like a week.
Yeah,
and
they
a
said he
half.
got a They said he got a hand injury.
Well,
I don't
mean,
watch
if it's not nothing crazy. I mean, even if
He'll
he's healthy,
play.
bro, I don't see. Like,
I don't watch.
just
I don't watch basketball when it
No,
comes to like the last.
if it's close, if Ja's healthy, then it's a close series. But I still have the Lakers. If he's not, the Lakers sweep them.
Last 2 weeks of basketball, I don't watch it.
So close is what 6 or 7 games. You got the Lakers
yeah.
at most.
Yeah, no, but I think the Lakers are just a bad matchup because the spacing the Grizzlies have is pretty bad. Like Brooks is a bad shooter, Ja is an awful shooter. Jared,
They got Desmond Bain though.
Yeah, he's him. JJJ is a decent, not
He's
good
decent.
shooter.
He can shoot.
And
He can shoot.
Steven Adams lets Tillman don't
Oh.
shoot the ball.
Yeah, Steven
they got
Adams.
Tyus
he's
Jones is
still
solid.
injured.
So the Lakers can put Vanderbilt on JJJ and then pack the paint with AD.
I said Lakers or Suns.
Honestly, though, I
on
think
the
that's a
matchup.
series where
I don't know. Vanderbilt might have a struggle with JJJ. That's
Nah, Vanderbilt, fine. Vanderbilt
honestly,
has the size.
Honestly, though, bro, I don't think Vanderbilt really plays that much like in that series
does.
because if you play
that's
him,
what I'm saying. I don't think
if you play
he's a
him,
factor in that series.
JJJ is going to be just living in the paint.
He's gonna destroy Vanderbilt.
That's what
I know
I'm saying, so I'm
Vanderbilt has
thinking
some hype, but JJJ is gonna tear him up.
Yeah, that's a matchup where Vanderbilt is just sitting on the bench. To be honest, like you will have in.
And the Mavs lost.
Yeah, fact.
Yeah, what did you expect when you seen nobody was playing? You should have expected they already in Cancun.
You know, they
I thought they were
get that
trying to
jacket,
fight. I thought they
They're
were
trying to get Victor, bro.
for.
They're trying to get Victor,
I don't
bro.
know what they.
Luke only played. No, it's because I thought I thought they were gonna try to make the play because they would have to win these last 2 games, and then OKC would have to lose their 2 games.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
that's too much, bro. They lost too many games, bro. Like
Yeah, too many. They
they
pissed too
lost too
many
many
games
games, bro.
away.
There's
2
no
games
hope.
to
they're just
Charlotte.
Yeah.
it's over.
Yeah, it's facts. I think Kyrie's staying or he leaving. Mark
Yeah,
Cuban.
He got no reason not to stay,
Mark
bro.
Cuban said that. Mark
Mark
Cuban
Cuban.
already said that they're trying to keep him. So
To keep who?
I mean, you
Kyrie.
traded the first round
They
pick for
have
him.
no choice.
I hope you want to keep him. You traded
They
pick
have
for
no
him.
choice. They better pay him everything he asked for too.
Unless if they flip him.
I
It's
mean,
like
they
what they
always
gonna
say
flip him?
something.
Like what they gonna flip him for though? Like
I'm about to
nobody
say,
wants. Like only team that I can see one Kyrie, bro, is the Lakers. Like
What about the
and
Suns?
I don't see that happening.
I don't.
The
That's what I'm
Suns
saying.
ain't gonna
I
have
don't see the
nothing.
Lakers wanting Kyrie, and then the Suns. They're
The
not giving
Suns
up
can.
Aiden for Kyrie, bro. They're not giving up Aiden for Kyrie.
They gonna have to. That's the
No,
only way.
You know, it's
They're gonna
like
have
because
to
if you
probably
give
be
up,
8 and
No, I'm
more.
not giving up Aiden.
I'm
It
not.
have to
That's what
be
I'm saying. I
8
can't
and
give up
more.
Aiden for Kyrie, bro.
But
Can't do it.
in all honesty, that's probably what the Mavs need. The Mavs probably need Aiton.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That'd be a crazy fit. I could see Luka turning Aiden up. Like
Yeah, that's actually what they need is Aiton more than Kyrie.
that'd be
Yeah,
the best
they
for
just
Luka and Aiden because Aiden could be like you can unleash Aiden on the Mavs. Like you don't
Straight up,
got Katie and Booker holding them back. You know, like and he'd be the anchor of the defense.
just like that. He young. They'll have him for years. That'd be the duo for years.
Mm-hmm.
What about Portland? I think Portland. Honestly, what I think is this is how I see it. If Portland has the number 1 or the number 2 overall pick, they trade Dame.
You think so? Well, you think that? I mean, I'm trying to think. Like,
If they get either Victor or Scoot,
yeah.
I say it's better to trade Dame for a whole
yeah,
bunch
fuck,
of draft picks
Oh, for sure.
and
For
young
sure.
players to put around
trade him to
Victor and
the Nets.
But I'm
Dame
just
would go
thinking, like,
crazy
where
on
would
the
you trade?
Nets.
Like,
Dame
because,
to
like,
Boston for Jalen Brown.
Jesus Christ!
because
What?
If you get that,
He,
that's if you get the pick. Like he said, I was that's
They
yeah,
would
like a
get
top 2 pick.
Yeah,
they would
if
get
they
more. You don't think they would want more than Jalen Brown? They'd probably get like Jalen
Oh
Brown and
no,
probably
I'm
like
just
someone
saying.
like
No,
No, I'm
because
just saying
Dame
as the
already.
starters. I'm just saying as the starters. Obviously, you got to make
because
it work
Dame
with
is
all
like
the
arguably a
other
top
pieces.
10 player, so he has the star
yeah, but
power.
But
Jalen Brown
you
is
gotta
like,
think
But the
about
but
it
he's
though,
youth,
like
bro.
the
Like,
age,
33.
I was
the
about to say,
youth,
bro, Dame
the
is
youth.
33 right now, bro. Dame doesn't have that much longer. Like,
You don't think they would ask for someone like Jalen Brown, Derek White, and probably like draft pick,
No,
like
no,
a draft pick?
this what I'm saying though, bro. Like, if they trade JB for Dame, it's gonna be a straight up deal. You're not getting more than JB for Dame, like.
I don't think
The
it's gonna be straight
age,
up.
the
I
age.
think Boston's gonna have to give a little bit more, like at least a draft, like first round picks.
oh my
I don't think
God,
it's just
Yeah,
gonna be
yeah,
a
yeah.
one on
And
one
that's what I'm
switch.
saying. That's why they want. That's why they want to do that. That's why they want to do that trade because, like,
I
is that
wonder,
really
do
moving the
they
needle that
start
much?
Rui in the
Dame?
playoffs instead of
Well,
Vanderbilt?
don't they have
Because
to? Don't they have to get someone to fill up the salary too for Dame? Because
Yeah,
Dame
they
has like
have to
a
make everything work as far as the money, but for the
Yeah.
most part, those will be the starting pieces. Those two,
yeah,
and then you got to obviously add other things to make shit work. But I think
I
that
think
would
he should go
work
to
out for both of
Denver.
them.
I like Dame in
no.
Denver.
I like Denver. I like Denver. It's
They would
like
have to get rid of Jamal Murray, obviously, and draft capital. But
I think
Meh.
Dame just needs to be around people that can play D. If he's around a good defense, that's why I say Boston. If he's around a good defense, like he has another guard next to him, like
That's why I
Marcus
said
Smart,
Brooklyn. They have really
crazy.
good defense.
what about him in Milwaukee?
That doesn't work. They have
You can have him.
but I'm just thinking like they don't have any picks, so who would they give up? Who would they give up?
Who, Milwaukee?
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure they don't want Middleton. He's calm.
No,
Drew Holiday.
Middleton is so cooked.
Yeah, Middleton is cooked at this point, bro. And Drew Holiday, he's not. I mean, you're not trading him straight up for Dame, you know.
They would
So
probably have to give up someone like Bobby Portis. There would have to be like a package, honestly, with like players like Jay Crowder, Bobby Portis. Do they still have draft picks?
nope.
Who has
They got
the
like
draft
one
picks?
pick. They traded all their picks for Drew Holiday, and Drew Holiday. So I mean,
Did they
that
ever
wouldn't really
trade
make
when
sense.
Brook Lopez, when they got Brook Lopez, did they trade him or was he just a free agent? They signed him.
I think he was I think they traded for him, but he's been there so long. I'm pretty sure. Like,
because I remember he was in LA and he was
They
also in
trade.
Brooklyn too.
They've
Actually, he was
traded
a
for
free agent.
Drew, and he's been awful. And he's shot awfully in the playoffs.
Who did?
I think Drew is below 40% from the field in the playoffs in Milwaukee.
Oh, Brook Lopez. Oh yeah. He doesn't really.
No, Drew
He's been
Holiday.
playing pretty good this season, but I gotta see the playoffs.
Drew has not been like good. Brook Lopez might be their best scorer in the second round if Middleton is out.
And that's a recipe for disaster, bro. Like
Yeah, it is.
that's not good at
It's
all,
so
bro.
cooked. They're very cooked.
Because it's like his game is relying on he's not going to be like killing in the post against Jared Allen and Mobley. So if he's not hitting that three,
Uh,
Who's that?
Bobby Portis, Joe Ingles, and Jay Crowder. What does
Who's
that
that?
mean?
what does that mean? That can't be for Dame. That can't.
I think it is for Dame because I said Bobby Portis and Jay Crowder.
For Dame,
There's
who?
no fucking way. Ain't no fucking way, bro.
I mean, Bobby Portis is a good player though. So.
Bro, we talking
Dame,
about
they're gonna want.
we
They
talk
want
about
draft,
we're
Damian
talking
Lillard,
about
bro.
Dame.
yeah, they want draft picks for Dame. They don't want.
That's what I'm like. If you trade them three, you need to add about 5 picks to that. And they ain't got it. That's what I'm saying. It's like Dame makes too much money. He kind of put himself in it's like he kind of has to. He might have to just ride in Portland, bro. Like
That's what he
any
looks
team he
like
goes
he wants to do.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like he wants to do. So he's just going to have to
Especially
live with
putting
what
out raps and shit.
Yeah,
I'm off Dame, man.
yeah, he's done for, bro. I don't even like. It's the same shit with him, bro.
I'm off.
He don't really want to win for real, bro. He don't want to win for real.
What about him in Philly?
How?
That would work
Why?
if
I mean, that would work, but
no Harden.
I think they would have to get. I mean, if they want to keep Harden, they would have to give up Tobias Harris, Tyrese Maxey.
See, I'm
They
not
would
giving
have.
up.
It would have to
Maxey.
be no Harden. No Harden. You couldn't have both of them. Both of them. Nah, you
I'm
couldn't
not
have
giving up. I'm not giving up Maxey either, bro.
That's what I'm saying. You would have to give up Harden. Harden would have to go.
Yep. Unless if Philly wants to do that.
I would.
And the
if I was
Harden and
Philly.
B chemistry works too well.
Yeah, honestly, I think Harden's
I
a better fit. I think Harden's a better fit for Embiid than Dame is, to be honest.
I mean, they're elite. They'll figure it out. Those elite players.
Yeah, no, you're right.
I was saying about this too. I was saying, what about Kyrie? Remember saying the other day, Kyrie to Philly?
Who would they offer? Tobias Harris and Tyrese Maxey?
Yeah, it would have to be like what they would. I'm trying to think who they would want the match. So they would want PJ Tucker. They would want Tyrese Maxey for their young player, and they would probably want like Tobias Harris.
But not PJ Tucker. PJ Tucker 38.
Yeah, they might want like somebody like McDaniels or something like that.
Oh yeah, McDaniels. I forgot. Yeah, they're gonna want like defense. I mean, they're gonna want like another guard.
But like if Philly did that though, like they wouldn't have any wings at all. Because now you're looking at Harden, Kyrie, PJ Tucker, Niang to start. I mean, like. They won't have any wings. Bro.
Big three.
They're already thin on wings right now. You know,
their big three would be elite though, because Kyrie already works well off the ball. And then you got James Harden and then Joel Embiid. Like that trio would be literally unstoppable.
Oh no, that's a big three right there, bro. But it's like they will have no depth, and their defense wouldn't be that good other than Embiid. Because PJ Tucker is pretty much he's washed, bro. Like let's be honest, bro. PJ Tucker.
Yeah, that's what I said. PJ Tucker he's just out there getting good cardio.
He only reason he out there, bro, is because he getting paid, bro. That's the only reason he out there for real.
I mean, he does play good defense.
Nah, he plays solid defense. He's a solid defender. He's just a nothing on offense.
You just gotta make his threes.
It's like his shot is declined so crazy.
You playing 4-on-5?
No facts. Like I'm watching him. Like I'm watching Embiid get doubled in the corner. You know what I'm saying? Doubled at the free throw line. PJ in the corner,
but that's what's going to happen. But that's what's going to happen in the playoffs. They're just going to double off of PJ, and if I lose to the 76ers, it's going to be because PJ Tucker.
They play Brooklyn in the first round. I know Philly's gonna win.
That's going to be a good matchup though, bro. Because look, you got Claxton matching up with Embiid. You put Mikal on Harden. And then shit, you just let everybody else rock out.
Oh no, the Nets perimeter defense is fire. Mikal,
that's what I'm saying.
Dorian Finney-Smith is solid. Dinwiddie
you got Royce
is solid.
O'Neal. You know, you got.
That's what I'm saying. I think
Embiid is gonna
literally just a team of 3 and D.
I think the Nets can get 2 games out of them.
And if they get 2 games, bro, Philly not winning a damn thing. It's not
Nah,
one of
they,
the
nah,
They got
Embiid is
all
gonna fry what's the
they
name.
got all the perimeter defenders to throw at Harden and Maxey. They just
if the Nets beat the Philly in the first round, the Embiid fraud allegations are gonna go insane.
Oh no, it's,
Oh
it's,
no,
it's over for
nobody.
him. It's over.
It's a
It's
wrap for
over.
Embiid.
Ain't no,
It's
ain't
Embiid,
no coming
wrapped.
back
Embiid's a
That
from that.
wrap.
man is
Ain't no,
getting
you don't think
infamous.
ain't no coming back
who's
from
It's a
gonna
that.
get
wrap.
more
Just if you think
who do you
about
think's
it
gonna
though.
get more criticism, Embiid or Harden? I think
No,
it's gonna be
Embiid,
Harden.
because bro,
Nah, it's
You
Harden
think
Embiid. It's
already
Embiid.
Harden at this
He's an
point, he's
MVP.
the second
We talk,
option, so he's not going to get that much criticism.
no, but
Embiid
I'm
though,
saying
how he
like
gonna be an MVP, bro? He can't get smoked out.
bro, you
oh yeah,
can't
if he
get
wins
packed
the
up in the
yeah,
first
if he wins
round,
the
not
MVP, yeah, but
Yeah, not
I
with
feel
the
like they're gonna give Harden as much criticism as
bro.
Embiid, if not
No,
more, because they're gonna
no.
look at
no,
they're gonna look
Yo,
at his
MV,
history. They're gonna look at his
no,
history.
Joel
no.
is
Because
your
look, bro, look,
MVP
we know what
probably.
Harden is. We know what Harden is. Embiid,
Joel is your
and
MVP.
that's what I'm saying. Joel is the MVP. He's your first option, and he's going to be healthy this time, going into the playoffs. There's
He
no
has
excuse.
no excuse.
If
I
you
think
go
Well,
into the playoffs and you get packed up in the first round by Mikal Bridges and the Nets, you're done. You're done.
my
well
man.
we gotta see how we gotta see how they also perform as well. Because like if
Yeah,
Harden's the one that's
absolutely,
getting,
absolutely.
because if Embiid has like a 2020 series where he's like really great,
Mm-hmm.
but then he gets swept or he just loses, then they're gonna blame it on Harden. They're gonna look back through his history. They're gonna see all the times where he came out short, when he sold in the playoffs, and
But
then they're just.
honestly, bro, like I kind
I'm
of
talking about
expect
like
them.
as a ESPN like
No, oh yeah,
casual
no,
standpoint. It's
they
gonna
gonna
be
they,
Harden.
they're for sure gonna you know what I'm saying, do their narratives or whatever. But like, let's be honest, bro. I kind of expect that out of Harden, bro. And B though, you about to be the MVP of the league most likely.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
no
gonna get
excuse, bro.
nasty if he wins the
There's no
MVP and
excuse.
he loses to Brooklyn.
Oh, it's
And
over,
he'll,
fam.
Yeah,
It's
it's
over.
raps. It's raps.
It's
It's
over,
over.
bro.
but at the same time,
Because
we're gonna
honestly,
hear a lot of
I've been
narratives.
waiting on a healthy. I've been waiting on Embiid to be healthy so I can finally like see who he is in the playoffs. You know, so this is his year. Like I want
That's
to
what I'm
see
saying. I
Like
think
ball out,
he's gonna
ball out.
fry.
if Embiid loses, like if the Philly loses, they're gonna blame it on Harden and Embiid, especially if he wins the MVP. And if Boston loses, they're gonna try to bring up the narrative to split up Jalen Brown and JT. If Milwaukee loses, they're gonna bring up narratives about Giannis 2021. They're gonna look back at his 2021 finals and say it was a fluke, and
Yeah,
that they're also gonna say. And Coach Bud,
injury.
yeah, and Coach Bud is gonna get fired too if they lose.
No,
The only thing I don't see is
I
like
don't think they
Cleveland. Like
fired.
if
I don't
Cleveland
think they
loses,
fired Coach Bud, bro.
if
I don't
Cleveland
think
loses, they're not gonna get no slack for it. It's just literally
Yeah,
a
because
one.
we aren't. Yeah,
no,
because we
it's their
aren't.
first year together, bro.
Yeah, but I think
They,
everybody realized that Cleveland is still a couple.
yeah, they're a young
couple
team,
steps
bro.
away.
Only person that's in his prime, like in his peak prime, is Mitch. Everybody else is
Who
still up and
might still
coming.
improve because he's like
The
26.
Kings are also not gonna get no narratives if they lose. Like you're gonna hear it from Denver, Phoenix, Clippers, Golden State, Lakers,
No, bro. Like, but that's how it always
and
is, bro. Like,
But
Memphis
honestly,
too.
like
but
these young teams.
honestly, I think if Boston doesn't just all out win the chip, I think Jalen Brown let everybody
He
know
out of
he's
there. He
out.
out of there. He
Oh,
out
I'm
of there.
about to say, I think straight up, I think he already let everybody know I'm on the
He out of
first
there,
one
bro.
smoking.
He's
Even
not.
if he
He's not.
makes All NBA, you think still
No,
out?
no, no. Wait.
Yeah, of
Now,
course.
I was just about to say. Now, if he make the All NBA team and he get the Supermax, he fuck
Oh,
around might stay. But I
But
don't.
is
But
Boston gonna pay him the supermax?
that's another thing though, because
Do they have the
Boston
money to pay him a
doesn't pay.
supermax and still
If
have
you're
a
the
good
second
team?
option, like if you're the one B or the second option, they don't pay you, bro. They're not giving you no max. We've seen that in the past. They didn't want to pay Isaiah Thomas. I mean, they didn't want to pay. I mean, they paid Kyrie, but
They paid
Kyrie
Jalen Brown. I mean,
he was there. He
And
was
there's
there
a
to be a
thing
one.
he didn't like how he came out. He also didn't like it, like the fact that he was the best player on his team during that not during the finals run, but in the finals runs. Like in the finals, he was the best player on his team because JT was playing bad, and he didn't like it how he was playing good. He was playing better than JT, and then the off season, he's in trade rumors with Kevin Durant. And I was like watching something where they said that they were lying to him. They were telling him, "Oh, we're gonna keep him," and like, "Oh, like shit like that." And then the moment Katie's up for trade talks, they throw Jalen Brown's name in there, and it was twice too because they wanted him in the off season and during that when after Kyrie talked, they were in trade talks for getting Katie.
Jalen Brown is on the first thing smoking this summer.
That's facts. That's facts. And then like I was looking into it. It's like because you're right, love. They was telling him like they didn't want to tell him, but Jalen Brown. I was looking at the interview and he was like, he called JT and them like, bro, what's going on? Like, am I getting traded? Like, you know what I'm saying? What's going on? We about to break this up. and then he had to have a one-on-one with the whole front office or whatever. And I really think that rubbed him the
It
wrong
was just
way.
lying to him.
Yeah, that's what
They
I'm
was
saying.
just being
That rubbed him.
they was
That
just being
rubbed him the
fake.
wrong
They was
way.
telling yeah, they was just being fake. They was like, oh, like in his face, I was telling him like, oh, we keep you, like, oh, like basically like hyping him up, like, oh, we're gonna keep you and shit like that. And then the moment KD's up for trade, boom, his name is up
And,
there.
and then like honestly, bro, when I think about it, it's like JB at this point in his career, bro, he kind of got a reason to, want to go somewhere else and prove himself, bro. Because it's like you've been with JT, you and JT been doing this dynamic duo shit for what is about to be going on, what, 3, 4, 5, 6 years. You know what I'm saying?
6 years.
Y'all done been to the mountaintop. Y'all done been to multiple conference finals, and y'all haven't gotten it done, bro. Like,
Where was Jalen Brown? Jalen Brown was drafted 2016, and then JT was 2017, right?
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like y'all have had all this success.
And you know they're gonna pay him. You know he's.
It was 2018, yeah, and then JB was drafted 17.
He was a rookie
So
versus
that's how you know they're gonna
18
lowball
him.
Yeah.
But that's how you know they're gonna, because they're going to pay Jason Tatum. There is no doubt about that. You can put that in the books. They pay Jason.
But they had success though. Like they've been to like a lot of conference finals. They went to finals together.
But that's what I'm saying.
But that's the thing, though, bro.
That's
the thing.
It wasn't his fault that they played bad.
So love. Tell me
Yeah.
what y'all think of this. After last season, right? You get to the finals and you like, damn, I'm right there. And I mean, this is hypothetical, obviously, but it could possibly happen. They get to the second round and they get bumped in the second round. You don't think they're going to change something?
It's over.
Oh well, they are like I think they're a coach. They're just gonna need a better coach, and they're also just gonna need like honestly like a. I mean, just Robert Williams just has to stay healthy because
it's not even a coach. It's not even a coach thing because like the new coach came in and they won more games this year than last year. So I'm not even about to put it on the coach
because they have a good roster. Like they have a good roster. Like
they're going to put it on the two best players, and because Tatum is the number one, they're not going to put it on him. He's going to get paid regardless. They're going to look at JB and be like, okay. I'm saying they're going to look at JB and be like, okay, can you really help us win it all? Because you've taken us to the dance, but you can't get us home. You can't get us all the way there. So we might have to trade.
they're a good team. Like, aren't they like? Are they top five? Are they top 5 in 3-pointers made or like 3-pointers?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
As a team, hell yeah, they shoot.
Yeah, the team. Yeah, they shoot a lot of 3 points. They got defense. They got switchability. I mean, their only problem is gonna be their coach. Honestly, I think they're like,
and they need size. They don't have no size really.
Yeah, and then I mean, Robert Williams has been injured like the whole year.
He just stay hurt at this point. At this point, it's like, what's going on?
Yeah, I don't think they win anything without him anyway. So.
But that's what I'm saying. If they get to the, the second round, they get bumped in the second round for whatever reason. All types of different shit could possibly happen. But for whatever reason, they get to the second round because they in the 2 spot or 3 spot, and so they more than likely meet up with Philly.
you're coming up. All right, bet I'm gonna send the link.
You lose to Philly.
I don't think Boston should, because they're successful though. Like they've been to multiple conference runs. Their team is still young, and they were the finals like in last year too. So.
No, this is what I'm saying.
But then they run it back. And they have a good shot. And they have a good shot to make it this year too. It's not like
right. That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying, bro. Y'all went to the finals last year.
Yep.
Y'all had an elite defense. Y'all turned it around. Y'all won all those games, made it to the finals. This year, if you get packed up in the second round for any reason,
something got to give.
We're looking at JB like, okay, we just got to the finals. We can't get back.
Gotta give.
Y'all have been together for 6. That's what I'm saying. Something got to give. Y'all been together for 6. Now it's about to be going on 7 years. Y'all not getting no younger. Y'all, JT is JB. They're almost in their prime peak. Y'all can't get it done. Something got to give. And then we looking at the supporting cast like we got the deepest team in the league. It's no excuse. There's no excuse, bro. They got the best team in the league, and you think about it from 1 to 10.
Honestly, it depends. Like if they're healthy in the second round, they lose probably. But like if one of them, like if some of them or one of them, like one of their good pieces get hurt, I think they're just gonna run it back. Honestly, if they get a good like, bro, what if they get like Nick Nurse from the Raptors? You don't think that would make
they're
that
not
team
firing they're not firing the new coach at the 1 year,
didn't he just get an extension?
That too.
No, I think the Raptors are gonna get rid of him after.
No, Missoula didn't.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know. I don't know why they're keeping Missoula. Missoula gotta go.
No, he got extended. If I'm not mistaken,
he just got extended, bro.
I could be wrong.
He did.
But I'm pretty sure Missoula got extended.
He just got like a 3 or 4 year deal. Whatever. I know he just got a.
Yeah, that makes no sense. They gotta get rid of him. I say they get Nick Nurse. I think he makes their team better.
But that's the thing, though, bro. They're not gonna fire a head coach that just got them the 2 seed the first year he got hired. You get what I'm saying? that doesn't make any sense to me. So it's like they're gonna look at JB because he's the most expendable piece.
But
you're not gonna trade Tatum. You're not gonna trade Tatum.
No, they're keeping him. He's gonna be their franchise player.
That's what I'm saying.
So
Tatum is there for the long run. JB though, he can be expendable for whatever players or picks. I wouldn't trade him for picks because it's like if you trade him for picks, now you're taking yourself all the way back. So they would try to trade him for a player. I don't know who, but they would try to trade him for a player.
Like what makes more sense?
But from this standpoint, not just trading JB for the sake of trading JB. He got 3 years left. It's because he's becoming a free agent, so he can leave. That's more so why it's like I got not like we just got to break y'all niggas up.
You got leverage, right?
Yeah, he has the leverage in saying I'm a free agent. I can explore my options. I'm not saying he got a couple years left. Trade JB. It's not working. Blah blah blah. It's because of the circumstance that's going to be presenting itself in the summer where he can leave. So it's like I gotta get what I can get for you before you leave type of deal. You know what I'm saying?
If they do trade him, like what players you think it's gonna benefit? Because they're not gonna want picks, right? They're gonna want like players that can help.
No, they're not gonna want. They're gonna
want to win now.
Be a contender. Yeah, they're definitely gonna want to win now. So
like for example, Miami. What is Miami gonna give them? Because obviously they're keeping Bam and they're keeping Jimmy, right? They're not gonna want Bam. They're not gonna want Kyle Lowry. They're not gonna want. I mean, Tyler Hero is gonna be good for them off the bench, but like that's not enough though.
I don't think they would want Bam either though, because it's like.
No, they would for sure want Bam.
Who's gonna be your second option?
Bam would be fire if they could.
Put Horford
he would be fire.
Horford at the 4, JT at the 3. Then they would have to put Derek White at the 2.
Who's gonna be your second option?
1, or start Brogdon.
Say that again.
Rob, I'm saying who's gonna be your second? Like you got Tatum, and who's gonna be your second option? Like now you just have a bunch of defenders in Jason Tatum, and Jason Tatum has shown you that he needs some help when it comes to scoring the ball.
Bam. If you give Bam the ball, I think Bam can get you 20. Bam can get you. He's not gonna get you 25 a night. Bam can get you 22, and every now and again he'll get you a 30 ball. But Bam could be a solid second option if he gets the opportunity. Like we've seen it in Miami. It's just that Miami got
3 Lakers would beat the Grizzlies.
But I think Bam could be a second option.
I don't know, bro. I don't see.
On that team that's that deep, that team is deep as hell. So you know
what I'm saying. I don't think Miami has enough. Deep. I don't think Miami has the pieces that would benefit. Like
I could see it though. I could see it.
Maybe Toronto. Like maybe if you trade them to Toronto, but
for who? Siakam?
Nah, I think they're gonna keep Siakam. I think they're gonna want to pair up JB. They would have to give up OG though.
Yeah, I think OG's leaving this summer too. I think isn't he a free agent this summer?
He's a free agent. I
think OG. Leaving.
But it's like
that would benefit. But they're already good defensively though. I think they're just gonna because JB's giving them like 27.
He's giving them. He's giving them all NBA numbers, bro.
That's what I mean.
So it's like if you brought in OG, it's like is that really moving the needle like that? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think you. You know what I'm saying? I don't think OG is really moving it like that.
Yeah, there's only a couple teams where Boston, because any team that gets JB, they're gonna benefit from him because he's a.
That's what I'm saying.
Player,
so you would if you're the Celtics,
whoever gets JB wins the deal. Like
facts. That's what I'm saying. Facts.
Whoever gets JB is gonna win the deal. So it is no equal that you're gonna be able to get back, and so you gotta count it as a loss. You just gotta get the most out of your loss at the end of the day. But that's a loss, regardless. You lose.
No, it's definitely a loss. But I think they could get a better player.
Decent package back. You
OG. Package. You know, I think they could get something better than OG.
A D Mitch package back, like what?
Yeah, like if I'm gonna get OG, I'd rather just trade for a bunch of picks because now I can go get another superstar with just those picks. You know what I'm saying? Like, than me just getting a player like OG who's not really. He's a damn good player, but
I think a lot is gonna happen.
Say what?
I was gonna say, a lot is going to happen once the draft happens. Once they see, once the lottery happens, once they see what the picks look like, it's going to go crazy. I think, especially once that happens.
Especially with Portland, because if they get a good pick, I think Dame out of there for sure. Like I don't even think, like even if Dame preaching that loyalty shit, I think the front office is going to get him up out of there for sure. Like if they want to really like build the team up, I think they got to get rid of Dame.
But they should have. Their best shot was like 29. What was the year? Was it 2018 or was it 2019 where they made the conference finals?
Yeah, and then they
2019. 2019.
Yeah.
That was their best chance. They should have rebuilt after that. Like not rebuild, but they should have got more pieces after that.
Yeah, they should have traded the people who had some value then, like Nurkic. He should have got the fuck out of there.
Yeah, he definitely should have got the fuck out of there.
Yeah, they got no rim protection at all. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's why I don't know why they even kept him.
Nurkic had the highest value that year. They should have sent him on his way. But whoever get that first round pick, that's the lottery ticket right there. Whoever get that is going to have a lottery ticket. Whenever that lottery draft is, whatever that is, I know it's like during the playoff time. When that lottery come around, whoever gets that number one ball has the money shot right there. It's going and popping after that.
I don't think no team is gonna get rid of that number one spot.
No, they not.
That's the Wemby ball. That's the Wemby.
That's the Wemby.
Wemby.
Ain't nobody trading that, bro. Ain't nobody.
No
Trading
one's trading that.
Ain't nobody.
That's
It
what
don't
I'm saying.
matter if it.
That's when you know it's going to be on. Once you see how the lottery plays out and you know who has the first pick, because everybody knows who the first pick is, you can start talking from 2 and after. But number 1 is Wemby. Once we see who got that, it's going to be like, all right, we're going to see how everything is going to play out.
Yeah, we're going to eat. Just we're going to see how everything else play out. No, that's a fact. That's a fact.
Like, that's going to be the big chess piece right there. Once that piece moves, all right, let's go.
Because it's like he the domino that's gonna set everything else up. It's like, okay, we know where Wemby going. Like who getting Scoop? Who getting Brandon? You know what I'm saying? Like who getting all the other drafts, all the other lottery picks, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, Blazo.
Yeah.
Are you new here?
What do you mean?
Like, are you new to the channel?
Oh no, I know about the channel.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think about this? Because I haven't seen you in the comments or up here before, so I was just.
No, I just know about the channel. I haven't really watched it.
Oh, okay. But where you think JB should go, or you think they should keep? I think they should keep him. That's their
They
best
should
bet,
keep
but...
him. That would be the best option, but I don't know if he wants to stay.
What about him? What do y'all think about him in Sacramento? How good he would be?
Him in Sacramento. I mean, I like it, but it's like, who's Sacramento giving up? You know, because they only got 2 players that I could think of that really have a lot of value in Fox and Sabonis. But I know Boston damn sure don't want Sabonis, and I know Sacramento not giving up Fox. You know, so it's like,
yeah,
who else? Who are they giving up? You know,
nobody.
Like a team I could see, get JB would be the Grizzlies. I think that'd be a damn good move. Like if they got rid of Bain and Brooks, or Bain and somebody else in some draft picks to get JB, I think that'd be a home run move for the Grizzlies.
Yeah, that'd be a good trio with Triple J, JB, and Ja Morant.
Crazy.
That'd be a dog ass trio right there.
That's crazy.
Honestly, bro, I think that would move the needle so crazy. Like I think that would be like a top 3 team in the West. Like
that would go absolutely
like they
crazy.
fuck around.
The casual's gonna join in a bit too. So
that wouldn't really kill Boston because Bain is solid.
That's what I'm saying. Bain is a dog.
A hooper. I'm not the biggest fan of
Brooks.
of what's his name, Dylan Brooks, but whatever. He is what he is. But I fuck with Desmond Bain. You probably have to throw in like that Santi Aldama kid or something. Probably have to throw in something extra as well. But I mess with Dylan Brooks. But I think that sounds like probably the best thing I heard as far as JB. That would go crazy for Memphis though. That would go crazy.
That's a fact, bro. I'm thinking like, when I think about it, like if you had JB, Ja, and Triple J, like just that 3 alone, and they got depth. You know what I'm saying? They know how to draft and all that. All the players they get, they know how to play and all that. We're looking at a top 2. I think we're looking at a top 2 team in the West, bro, for the future, like them and the Suns, or
like a good 7-8 years because they all like what 24, 25.
Yeah, they're all young.
Yeah, they all young.
26.
They are very young.
I think JB is like 26, maybe 27. But you got them for a good 5-6 year run.
You got them for a good 5 years, bro. And that's enough time to like if they don't get it done in 5 years, they're not gonna ever get it done.
You should at least be able to get yourself one, at least one,
or at least get you to the finals. You know what I'm saying? Just because if you could get to the finals, you can at least say, "Oh, we had a fucking shot." You know what I'm saying? So I think that'll put them in that conversation, like hands down for sure.
Nah, I fuck with that. If Memphis could somehow make that happen, I would fuck with that. I would like it. That would move the needle for Memphis real big time, and I don't think that would hurt. Boston
it wouldn't hurt Boston too crazy either. Yeah.
I don't think that would hurt Boston in a crazy way.
Yeah, it would help. He said Suns
Because Bane is
trade
solid defensively too.
Suns trade D Book for JB.
Fuck no.
Oh
Nah,
no, yeah, I
that's
don't like
pointless.
that at
That's
all.
Fuck no.
redundant.
Helps
That's
Suns
terrible.
defense. Helps Boston scoring.
Bro, why would
I
the
mean,
Suns trade their franchise player, bro?
Yeah, that's not a good trade at all for the
Come on,
Suns.
bro.
is it
And
because I mean they're
honestly, bro, that is redundant as hell. It's like they near the same level of a player, bro. It's like
they are. That's what I'm saying.
and
I think
why would D
JB
Book
I think JB is slightly better, but
why
they're in
would
the
I
D
don't know
same
Book
about that.
why
they're
would
in the
D
same
Book
tier
wanna,
as
that's what
I
I'm
mean
saying. And Book is better than JB anyway. So in my opinion, you know what I'm saying. So
Yeah,
it's
I
like
also agree with that.
even if you think they're better, I think it's close, and I think they're in the same tier. Because when it comes to scoring, I think they're in the same tier in scoring.
Whoa.
nah, I disagree with
Yeah,
that,
D-Book
bro.
As a
is
scorer,
clear.
I
Yeah,
disagree with
D-Book
that, bro.
clears.
Yeah, D Book
I don't think
clears,
he
bro.
does not clear, but
Uh,
because
We look
JB has been very effective at the mid range as well. Like he's having his best season off the mid range, and he's a better finisher as well.
yeah, but D-Book's a way better 3-point shooter.
D Book
Yeah,
is
D-Book's
a
that
also
way
better
better
that
on
shot
yes.
creator.
dribble.
Like D Book is a way better shot creator. He's a way better mid range player. D Book is the first option on a team that went to the finals.
No, they got
And
KD now. KD that first option now.
no, I'm saying like in 2021 he was the first option that took them to the finals. He balled out in the finals. Also, JB,
How's this
he's
not?
playing like no, I'm saying JB is having a career year this year, but I gotta see this 27 points per game translate to the playoffs because
It would help their defense though. He's a better
D-Book's also
he's a
a way better
he's a better
playmaker and passer. D-Book's
like
way better than.
that
yeah,
is true,
like,
but they do have Chris Paul still, so Chris Paul is going to be their playmaker and their passer. And then
Chris
with
Paul is
JB,
also
This might
Chris
be
Paul is
JB
also
last
38
run.
years old.
This might be
JB,
Chris Pro last run, bro.
JB can still provide you defense. He's a better rebounder as well, and he's at
D-Book is
wings,
also good. Is also
and
solid. He's solid
I
defensively.
think
he's at
that's
wing spot,
redundant, man.
and he
That's too
plays the wing,
redundant, bro.
and JB's a wing too, so he could play the 2 or 3, so he could switch.
It
Like him and
doesn't
KD.
move the needle either way.
It's not
Either direction enough for
bro.
you to be like, oh, I got to do it. It doesn't move it in either way enough.
Like
Yeah,
they could have more flexible lineups if they put KD
honestly, bro.
if they put him at the 2 and put KD at the 3, or they put
No,
JB at the 3 and KD at the 4. Like they can.
But then
no, bro. Like
you
honestly,
also got to
bro, I
factor
think
in that
that's a
D
lose
Book is a
trade for the
way
Suns.
better play.
That's a
What's
lose
good?
trade for the Suns, bro.
Drew! Stop
What's the deal, bro?
passing!
I think they both bet.
Book is
What's the
You don't
mean,
think
bro?
you don't think they help him for
Capping, man.
defense? That's what I'm saying. You get KD, you got
That's
Aiden,
my
then JB.
bro, man,
Oh, it's
you
helping
supposed
it.
to be
No,
my
love, you
brother
not. Look,
from
look.
another
This is what I
mother,
think you're not
bro.
understanding,
Come
bro.
on, man. Come on.
Look, bro. This is what I think you're not understanding.
They
This
got
what I-
all their
this what I
pieces
think-
away. They gave rid of Mikal Bridges. They need defense. JB helps them
No,
defensively.
this is what
And
I think
Bro.
you're not understanding.
No,
D-Book,
it's a bad.
It's not moving the needle
That's
because
a bad idea. That's a
yeah, it's bad.
that's
It
what I'm
doesn't
saying.
move
Yeah, I
in
agree
either
with you. That's a
direction.
terrible idea.
bro.
That's
It
a
doesn't
terrible
benefit.
idea.
It doesn't benefit Suns.
I'm honestly,
No.
bro. All
The
I'm hearing
defense?
from you,
Bro, the defense is not moving me, bro. Like,
JB
Huh?
really.
You said what?
Name another good defensive 2 guard that's a top 5 shooting guard in the game right now. I'll wait.
Huh?
Anthony Edwards.
Wait, whose side are you on? My side or their side?
Wait, I'm
No,
confused.
I'm on the side. I'm on the side of Jaylen Brown not being as expendable as Drew is making it.
Wait. What do you? No, I'm
To the
saying
Suns?
you talk about just in
I'm on
general.
I don't think they're gonna do it, but I wouldn't get mad if they traded the Suns, JB and Book, because they both benefit each other. Because the Suns need defense,
No.
JB's a better defense.
No, I'm not even talking about.
Oh.
about that. I'm just talking about like in general.
Why are you? That would be
I
a
think
bad trade for the Suns because Devin Booker is better. He's just better than Jaylen Brown.
That's what I'm saying. He's just
Like,
better. I agree.
Better
with you, bro.
Yeah.
playmaker,
all of these players.
I think JB. I think
That's
JB's
a
better.
dumbass trade, bro. That's a dumbass trade.
That's a
bro.
bad trade
They're-
on the Suns' part. The Damian Lillard for Jaylen Brown piece, saying Damian Lillard for Jaylen Brown straight up, that's a dumbass piece on behalf of Portland.
Oh wait, that would be
See,
bad.
sleeping?
Yeah.
Wait.
I don't agree on the straight up. I don't think the straight up. You got to add.
Why
other
would
stuff
why
in
would
there.
Jay?
He's
Why would,
like,
why
I gotta
would-
beat him. He's
if I'm
sleeping.
if I'm Portland and I have a top 10 player in this game, a top 5
Okay.
point guard, a player that is not only going to score better than Jaylen Brown, but we're talking about a good score from Jaylen Brown or a great
Better-
score this year in Jaylen Brown.
Just better offensively.
to a historically great scorer in Damian Lillard. Like when we're talking about Damian Lillard, we're talking about history that
Yeah,
he's
but you
Okay.
might
making
have that same.
offensively.
But you also,
Then we're
But you
also
also
talking about
just
then
in
we're also
reverse.
talking about the playmaking that Damian Lillard brings that Jaylen Brown obviously can't compare to.
Yeah,
hmm
no,
The
but casual. But just to play devil advocate, I agree with you. So I'm not saying this to say that I disagree with you. You probably got another year or two of that a day.
you got 2 years of that, bro. You got 2 years of that.
You got 2 years of Damian Lillard, and that's a playoff window that if with Jason Tatum, I would like to think you would still keep Malcolm Brogdon or Derek White. Marcus Smart is on the table. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Marcus Smart heart
Whoa,
argument
whoa,
is not
whoa,
moving me no more.
whoa,
No.
Marcus
What?
Smart
whoa.
heart movement, heart of
So
the Celtics argument is not moving me anymore. It's not.
So no casual for me. So that's why I was saying me. I was just bringing up Jalen Brown to Portland just because I would love Dame to be in that kind of system or that setup, so he had the biggest opportunity to win. Obviously, it wouldn't
Absolutely.
happen
And I have
straight
no
up.
problem with Dame. I have no
It wouldn't
problem with
happen straight up. It would have
I
to
have
be
no
a lot
problem.
some other moving parts.
Well, I'm just I have no problem with Dame to the Celtics. I think that would be a beautiful trade on not just the Celtics, and not just the Celtics end. I think the Trailblazers could benefit from getting some youth. But for you to for Jaylen Brown, for Damian Lillard straight up, the Trailblazers wouldn't be doing that organization justice. And to keep it quite frank with you, if the Celtics was able to hold on to Dame while still having Marcus Smart, Malcolm Brogdon, and Derek White on their team, we're talking about a super team
Right,
in
right.
an
Oh,
But
era.
wait,
okay.
wait, wait.
We're
But that's
talking
the thing,
about a
though.
super team.
That wouldn't
I
be
agree with you. I
that
don't think
wouldn't
it
be a
should be
realistic
straight up.
that
Straight
wouldn't
up
be a
wouldn't happen.
realistic trade though. Like
Especially with Rob Will.
to get Dame, you would have to trade one of those
You would have
guards
to
as
give
well.
up a bunch of stuff.
That's what I'm saying. You would have
Yes,
to
you're
give
gonna
up
have to give up
JB.
way more. No, but Drew, I heard you say out of your mouth that Jaylen Brown for Dame straight up would do it.
That's why I said that because I don't want to give up my other guards, Marcus Smart, i.e. a Derek White or Malcolm
Man,
Brogdon.
if I'm the Celtics for Damian Lillard, I'm giving you anything you fucking want.
Nah, see, now I
We said the
disagree,
same.
bro.
No, because for the Phoenix Suns literally just made this move for Kevin Durant, and I'm not
hmm
saying Damian Lillard's on Kevin Durant's level, but Damian Lillard offensively is on Kevin Durant's level. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
Okay,
yeah.
that's
I'm
hot.
sorry.
Okay,
I'm
that's a
sorry.
hot
Yeah.
take. That's a hot
So
take.
That's a
and
bad
what
take.
He
what
is.
are the Celtics? What are the
I mean, they're
Celtics
both top
struggling with?
five
And
offensively.
He
and
is.
Wait, what?
what are the Celtics struggling with mightily
Yeah,
this
hell
year?
no.
Currently,
Currently, okay, never mind. Never mind. I was,
Playmaking.
all
No,
time no.
they are lacking
yeah.
in the playmaking department.
No, exactly. They're lacking in the playmaking department. They're lacking in the
Yep.
shot creating
And
department.
size,
So if
hmm
yep.
you so
They're lacking the facilitating.
if you swap out Jaylen Brown and one of those playmakers along with some youth for one of the best shot creators slash playmakers in the league right now, like we're talking like top three, top four, outside of Luka, Steph, and the name escaping me. Oh, and Jokic. Outside of those three, like Dame's in there.
Shit, casual
Denver
sound
would be
like
nice.
so casual.
I
Let
would
me
like
ask
Dame
you
in
a
Denver.
question. So where's
Yeah.
the best spot for Dame? Dame gets traded. So two questions: best spot for Dame, best spot for Jalen Brown.
I think he asked.
The best spot for Dame is Boston.
I
It's
think it's these
Boston
three teams.
because
I think he
because
got it right.
because the main
No,
hit
I don't
on
like
having
Damon
Dame
Denver.
as your main guy is what your defense is going to
Bucks,
be
Celtics,
trash.
and Denver for Dame.
Well, you pair him alongside some defensive oriented guys in Al Horford, Robert Williams, Jason Tatum, and
Marcus
you
Smart.
let Dame flourish as a scorer slash playmaker. You're talking about a top five offense and a top five defense or borderline top five defense.
Mhm.
With the only downside defensively being Dame, being your point guard,
Which they'll be all
they can
right.
attack him. But we've
Exa-
seen we've seen Steph when he was not his best defensively be able to be hidden. So as long as you have a quality coach, that's when that becomes a coaching job to make adjustments for you to be able to hide Dame just long enough for his offense to override his deficiencies defensively.
That's what
But
I'm
as far
saying.
as Jaylen Brown, I'd say. Hmm. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I said it a couple weeks ago on this show. Brooklyn is the best place for Jaylen Brown to go to.
really? You don't like
Brooklyn,
that Memphis?
Is that keeping
I don't
Mikal or is
like.
that?
Yeah, I'm
Is
fucking
it,
with
I
that
don't
Memphis
like.
heavy.
I
is
don't
that
like Memphis because it puts you in the same. It puts you in the same, if not worse, situation that Jaylen Brown was trying to get away from in Boston. He's overshadowed. No matter how well he does, it's always going to be John Morant that gets the great
praise?
games. You know, like they
That's
gonna
true. That's
praise the
true.
guy. And Jaylen Brown wants to go somewhere where he can be able to be the main reason for somebody winning. You send this man to Brooklyn, and as good as Mikal Bridges is, Jaylen Brown
Is
and
better.
Mikal Bridges is like on the same level with the way Mikal Bridges is playing right now. There's nobody that's just running away with the gratitude from the fans. So Jaylen Brown can have a good game, can have a great game, and get praised for having a great game from the
Who
masses.
who who you think
And
who you
that's
think
all he
Boston would
wants.
want for JB if he goes to Brooklyn?
If Boston, if JB went to Brooklyn, 9 out of 10, they gonna want Mikal Bridges.
Yeah, but I think they keep
They,
Mikal. I would try to pair
they're
up
going. I
Mikal
think.
I'm
and
trying
I
to
JB.
think like it would
well,
have to
not
be a
out of.
pick.
Well, oh, go ahead.
I was about to say that would have to be a deal more so like wrapped around picks. Because I'm thinking like who would Brooklyn give up? Would they
So
give
like
up
I think. I
Cam
think
Cam
Brooklyn.
Thomas.
Johnson? Like
I think
Cam
a
Thomas.
package. I'm gonna throw a wrench. I'm gonna throw a wrench in this. And it'll sound crazy, but just hear me out. I would give a package of Cam Johnson along with Cam Thomas, along with a slew of picks. And I'm trying to think of one more player. Give me three. Give me
Claxton.
three
I need
players.
Claxton.
No, they keeping. They
This
gotta
no,
last
keep
ain't no
one.
way.
Claxton.
Oh, Derek
Yeah,
White.
no.
Derek White. Give me Derek White. Give me Derek White.
Wait. So Derek White is going to
Oh no.
the
Give
Nets?
me Derek. Yeah. Derek White and JB for Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson. Yeah, for Mikal Bridges and Cam Johnson.
Mikal
I was
Bridges. See,
about to say
that's
I took back Cam Thomas because Cam Thomas is still on that rookie contract, so his money not gonna add up. But
yeah.
Mikal Bridges and Cam Johnson will definitely add up to JB.
Cam
But
Johnson,
I'm thinking in
Cam
my head
Johnson, two
that's
first
kind of
round picks, and Seth Curry. I think that's
I
too.
think what's the name would
Is that
want
too
kind of
much?
Claxton.
redundant though, wouldn't it be?
You sending Derek White and JB to the Brooklyn Nets more or less gives JB what he wants, one. It gives Boston what they need, two, and you still have a core of Cam Thomas, Derek White
Uh-huh.
coming off the bench, Spencer Dinwiddie as your two, JB getting to finally have a solidified spot at the
Mhm.
at the three spot, Nicholas Claxton being your rim enforcer.
Okay.
What about this
And
package?
But
Ben Simmons, once his contract winds
That's
down,
why I
you
think
could buy him
Boston would
Cam
out,
want that.
huh?
Boston
That's
No,
don't
I
why I
was
want
about
no
think
to say
bank.
Boston would want Claxton.
Boston. No, Boston. That well, you know, like in every trade, there's a
They
give and
need some
take. So
size. They need some size.
in every situation, there's a give and take. So I'm giving you
Absolutely,
Cam. I'm
absolutely.
giving you Cam Johnson. Yeah, I'm giving you Cam Johnson. I'm giving you Mikal Bridges. For you to take Nicholas Claxton, that would literally just be
No,
a Minnesota
I say
Boston
that to
Celtics
say
trade again.
I would
I'm trying to
replace
think.
Cam Johnson with Nicholas Claxton. I would replace
You
that
getting
piece.
you
Wait,
get
so you say
If I'm
Claxton and Thomas? That's what you're
I
saying?
would
wait,
I would no I would want Mikal and Claxton.
No way.
no, I can't do that. I
That's
can't do
my
that.
two best players,
If
bro.
I'm
That's my two
yeah,
best players.
If I'm Brooklyn, I'm hanging up the phone there
Yeah,
because
I'm hanging.
at that point you're basically saying no. And
Let me
hold on, and
let
then
me
why
rob you.
would Boston
your
even
two
want
best
Nicholas
players for my
Claxton?
best
Yeah,
player.
They
basically
need
what they
Why
saying
would
size.
is
Boston
let
want
let me
Nicholas
They
Claxton?
need
finesse you.
You have
You know what I'm
size.
Robert,
saying?
you
Robert
have
Williams
Robert
plays
Williams,
as much as me.
but you still have him on the roster. So what? You
Yeah, you.
giving me Robert Williams for
But
Nicholas Claxton?
they don't have enough size when they get to the second round and Robert Williams is hurt and they got a matchup with the Sixers. We
They
seen what
still
happened
have
the other
Al
night.
Horford, by the
They
way.
still
They
got.
still
That's
have
about to say
Al
they
Yeah,
Horford.
still got.
but we seen what happened the other night.
That team, the Boston Celtics versus the Philadelphia, I don't put too much stock into that because they didn't have JB,
No,
and
fair
it was
enough. But
still a
JB is
2 point
not
game.
guarding Embiid either. JB's not
But it
guarding
was
Embiid. I'm
still
talking
a
about the
2 point.
size.
It was still a 2 point game.
Fair enough, but it's still gonna be the size is what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the ending score. I'm talking about
No,
the dominance that
but
Embiid had
even,
on
But
their
no,
but
size.
even,
this what
even,
I'm getting
hold
at
on,
though.
but
Like,
hold on, time
go
out.
ahead,
But
go ahead.
even in the Celtics versus the 76ers saga,
So
Joel Embiid has always been cooking Al Horford. Who the fuck ever said Al Horford was locking down Joel Embiid? He's never done that. Joel Embiid is going to get his. But that's the Boston Celtics plan. Let Joel Embiid eat and make everybody else have to eat along with them for you to beat us.
Yeah, but that's not going to be a thing for success if you keep Embiid is playing the way Embiid is playing. Like I think that's what's going to be the difference in the second round this year is the size of Embiid and them not being able to stop him. Like
I
I just
disagree.
can't
I
count.
disagree. I disagree. I think the not having Jalen Brown in there, it is not good because one of the good things that Jalen Brown brings defensively is he's a pest in the lanes. So he has his hands in the
Fair,
lanes and he's able to reach in. So
that's fair.
Joel Embiid catching the ball in the middle of the free throw line and being able to operate there with no Jalen Brown putting his arm on one of the sides when he swings over, that's beneficial to Joel Embiid because that allows him to do what he wants to do. But if you have a player in Jalen Brown, or let's say this trade went down hypothetically, you have a player in Mikal Bridges who's even better defensively than Jalen Brown is. We're talking
Yeah,
about something that makes Joel Embiid rather ineffective because it bothers him to where he can't do what he wants to do. He's going to get his numbers again. This
yeah.
is Joel Embiid we're talking about. He's an MVP for a reason, but he's not going to be able to be as effective as he was in, let's say, last game against the Boston Celtics when they didn't have that player to be able to have their hand in the cookie jar.
I mean, I hear you, but I maybe you're giving that a little bit more credence than I am. I don't think his hand in there is affecting Joel to that degree where it's going to stop him from getting his.
Hey, your mic is low. Is his mic low or is it only me?
Oh,
Yeah,
pardon
I
me,
thought
pardon.
I look. I had the phone close to my ear because I'm like, man,
Oh
did
no,
I get
pardon me.
water in my phone or some shit?
I don't think Jalen Brown poking his hand in there every now and again is going to really affect Joel to that degree, to the point that it's going to really destruct him in any way. Like he's going to
It's
have his way with that
especially
front court, like have his absolute way. And when Al Horford is in trouble and Robert Williams can't play because he's not, they're going to put Sam Hauser on him. Like they just have no size that's even like like they have two bigs. It's Al Horford and Robert Williams. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know if there's somebody else I'm forgetting, but if Robert Williams is shaky and Al Horford is in foul trouble, who's next?
Blake
And we
Griffin.
can easily see that. We can easily see that happen where Al Horford is in foul trouble because he got a battle with Jalen. I mean, obviously they could play zone. You could do a bunch of different things. You could scheme it a bunch of different ways, clearly. But if he's in foul trouble, you don't have enough big bodies over there. That's just my only thing with Boston.
Oh,
I don't mind anything else with that team.
you saying without Robert Williams? That's what you're saying?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, no, that's a fact. Yeah, they don't have any depth at the center position.
they have
But what?
no
But
depth at that spot.
but what I'm saying is though, like trading for Claxton, like now you got two center. Like let's say Robert Williams does get healthy. Now you got two starting centers that are like top 10 rim protectors. One of them got to go to the bench. You're not about to. I mean, like now it's kind of you got too many centers on your team. You know what I'm saying? Like when you can have another wing or another guard. You get what I'm saying? Like
No, I hear you. I'm not saying it's a win-win no matter what. It's wins in both
I
directions. I
thought
just
y'all.
think
I thought
Boston
y'all.
is lacking
Wait,
size.
could y'all hear me?
no, what'd you say, bro?
Okay, what did y'all hear? Did y'all hear anything?
Nothing. I'm about
No.
to say
Okay,
No, I hear you.
God damn it, God damn. Okay,
it was a
no.
hard stop.
Yeah, no, that shit was on mute.
No, what I was saying was in the regular season, what you're saying is absolutely true. It's not as effective it's not as effective because there's spacing on the floor. But in the postseason, as we know, the paint gets clogged down and it's multiple people in the paint, especially when they're able to defensively scheme. And this is the Boston Celtics we're talking about. How many times have they seen Joel Embiid? They've seen Joel
Fair,
Embiid a
that's
lot
fair.
of fucking times. And they know what to expect from Joel Embiid. He's going to be foul baiting, and he's going to face up, and then he's usually going to his right with the intention of either dunking on you, or he's looking to get yet another foul. So how effective is Jalen Brown in that instance? Well, what side of the floor is Jalen Brown usually guarding his two guard on defense? It's usually Joel Embiid's right hand when he's facing the paint. So so the way that Jalen Brown is rather be effective is he puts his hand in there, and he's able to either steal the ball or it just becomes annoying. I won't say difficult for Joel Embiid. It becomes annoying. And what do we know about basketball? We all play basketball. We know when you place that defender that does something that just annoys the shit out of you, it can change your game to a certain extent because you get in your head thinking, damn, this nigga won't leave me alone type shit, right? It makes it rather annoying for you. And that's the problem that Joel Embiid has not overcome when it comes to facing the Celtics from dating back all the way in 2018 when when they lost in five. Joel Embiid cannot get out of his head when he deals with an irritant, and the Celtics is poured with irritants. So Jalen Brown just like he just puts the tip of the iceberg on that shit. Is that a parking spot here?
No,
Please have parking.
I don't disagree with any of your points. I don't disagree with any of your points. The thing, but again, for me, like I just think that they do need some size, even outside of Joel. Milwaukee's a pretty big team, so I think the size will help them with Milwaukee down for the next couple of years because Milwaukee's clearly not going anywhere. So I think the size, if they had some, will help with Milwaukee as well.
I just feel like if you add Nicholas Claxton into that trade in replacement for Cam Johnson, you're doing yourself a disservice because you're adding a quality defender along with a quality shooter. And Mikal Bridges is a must. So you paying
Yeah, he's that's
you have you having a lineup. I think Al Horford's on his way out the door. This man is 30 something, about to
Yeah.
being closer to 40 than anything. I think if you add a line, I think you'll be even more effective if you add a lineup of, let's say, Marcus Smart or Malcolm Brogdon if Marcus Smart is in the trade. Um, Mikal Bridges, Jason Tatum at the 3, Cam Johnson at the 4, and then Robert Williams at the 5. I think that's way more versatile than you just looking for a center to replace Robert Williams. We don't even know what Robert Williams is going through. Robert Williams is out of the lineup often for knick-knack injuries. Let's say he hypothetically finally gets healthy and he's able to produce 2 to 3 years of the defense that we know that he's capable of doing because we saw it last year. Now you're looking like a fool because you just
No,
doubled down.
but
You
now you
just
have
doubled down on your
assets. But then you
defense.
you have assets though now because Nicholas Claxton still remains an asset. He doesn't
Who?
lose his.
Be honest. Be honest. Who's a bigger
No,
asset?
you have two. Go ahead, pardon.
A rim protector or a shooter?
Claxton.
A rim protector. What do you mean?
Claxton.
I'm going with the 3-and-D player all day. I'm not even gonna lie to you, especially
Wait,
in
wait.
this
You
day and
saying?
age.
Well, we separate there
You
because I
who,
prefer a rim protector.
who,
I want the
wait,
I
who
want the
was you about to
3-and-D
compare
player.
Claxton to?
Oh, Claxton or Cam Johnson?
Claxton.
Oh, Claxton for
I'm
sure.
I'm I'm going with Cam Johnson.
Okay, so that's where we kind of separate.
Yeah, that's
That's
where
where
we
we
kind of
that's where
disagree.
we that's where we separate.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that's
where
Because
we
where
I
we
think
kind of
disagree.
disagree.
I think rim protection for some of these teams, like, all right, if you go to Atlanta and you say I got Nicholas Claxton, they'll probably have a conversation with you. You go to a team like let's
Dallas.
say that let's say the Trailblazers, actually. Let's say you go to the Trailblazers and say, hey, I got a solid rim protection and a solid young rim protector and Nick Claxton, give me Nurkic or some shit for him. I think they'll buy that. But that's about it. Everybody else, they're not looking for rim protection. They're looking
Denver
for
is.
3-and-D players.
Dallas is. I think.
It's certain. I mean, it's certain teams
Okay.
though. It's more based on
Are they
need. But I'm
though?
thinking like, no,
So
I'm saying,
Are they
similarly,
really
no,
though?
I'm saying though, bro.
They're
Like,
well, they
looking for
need to.
defenders, period.
They
no,
need to. I should say.
They
Maybe I
need
should say they
to,
need
but
to.
they looking for
But
defenders.
so similarly to how you were saying, like the effectiveness that Jalen Brown has is being that irritant in the playoffs where the game slows down and it's a little bit more compact. I think that's where the rim protector even has even more of an impact, being able to stop that rim because again the game slows down, so you need that guy, that active body that's going to be all over and protecting the rim. That's why I think that with Milwaukee they're going to have such a huge advantage having two rim protectors kind of swarming the court the whole time. Their defense is probably going to be out of this world during the playoffs. So that's where I think like we probably have that separation because again you're valuing that dig when they're trying to get to the basket and Jalen is able to dig down.
Uh-huh.
I'm saying more so. All right, after he digs down and he doesn't get it, and now he goes up. Claxton is there to protect the rim
But
versus
and
Al
even
Horford
and
is there to
but
get late.
even but even in that sense, I don't think Nicholas Claxton is really just changing the game for you in these pivotal series that we're talking about. I
Oh
think
no.
if you go up
Similarly with
against
Cam.
if you go up against the 76ers, if you go up against the Milwaukee Bucks, if you go up against Miami, Nicholas Claxton ends up being relatively just a paint sitter at that point. Whereas in Cam Johnson, we're talking about a player that we can be able to have as an off ball pest. We not to mention on transition how well he is able to shoot. Like we're talking about a play that can impact both sides of the game. One side more than the other for sure, but definitely more impactful than I think Nicholas Claxton would be in those pivotal series. Like I think especially in this day and age, 3-and-D player is always the way to go. If you can trade for a 3-and-D player, especially a quality one, you're doing that. You should do that.
Yeah, nah, again, I don't agree. You make all solid points, but I gotta go back to just being able to have that, knowing if you have you can play defense on that perimeter a little bit harder because you have that rim protector. Now you can take a little step up on that perimeter defense and trial and maybe take a little bit more of a chance versus knowing that if you get by me, it's good luck. You gotta go back the other way. It's 2 points are easy too. So
Yeah.
again, I don't disagree with what you're saying about Cam. I know Cam is pretty good, but I think that Boston team has so many good wing and guard players. He would just kind of it'll be a matchup type of thing. Well, it'd be a series where he won't play. Similarly, even with Claxton, there'll be a series he might not even play at all. But then there can similarly be for that
But
in the
that's my
case of Cam.
problem with it. But that's my problem with the Celtics. You got so many damn players that are quality that are in some instances quality starters, and they're not able to get any burn because you have too many of them. Like by this point, I'm not gonna lie to you. The Celtics could have made a trade for some type of star.
Yeah,
I
they
know
got a
for
bunch
a
of
fact they could have
easily, and that's what
easily.
I think, and that's because I think we all agree that Brooklyn is more than likely going to be doing something because they have way too many of them wings over there. So something has to happen with Brooklyn
Oh,
and
for
those
sure,
damn
for
wings.
sure, yeah, for sure.
So but like you said, there's a lot of these wings that aren't just not getting the opportunity because they're playing behind so many other good wings.
I agree with that. I definitely agree with that.
Well, it don't surprise me, knows, because you and me, we never agree with each other, and it hurts my heart because I believe in you. I believe in you, man. I believe in you. But I got to head out. But three things: Drew, stop capping. Jalen Brown for Damian Lillard is stupid. Jalen Brown being traded if they lose in the second round. I didn't get a chance to get on you for this. Jalen Brown getting traded for them losing in the second round would be blasphemous. They would trade everybody else before they touch Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown. If you're looking for a superstar, then Jalen Brown is definitely going to be in that package. But outside of that, you do not touch those two unless one of them ready to go.
He ready to go, man. Let us know.
That's what I was getting at, bro. Like it would be more
Let
so
us
if he was
know.
trying to leave because that's the only reason JB will leave is because he will be asking out.
He
Because if
he
he's
want
not,
his own
But
thing.
you don't know. But you said if they lose in the first or second round,
yeah,
JB has to go because you're gonna look at this Lucas and say, well, y'all been together for 6 years. I don't give a damn if you've been together for 10 years. Y'all are just entering your prime. Jalen Brown is a great two guard. He's a top 4 two guard in this league. Alongside Jason Tatum, we're talking about one of the best duos in the game,
yeah,
and Marcus Smart is still there, so he's expendable. Derek White is there, he's expendable. Malcolm Brogdon is there, he's expendable. Robert Williams, Al Horford, they're expendable. More so Robert Williams than Al Horford, but they're expendable. Like we're talking about so many other assets that they have along with their picks that you can trade for some quality starters to pair alongside Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown.
It's
Jalen
it's
Brown
more
should
so
not be in
Jalen
there.
Brown.
it's
It's not it's Jalen Brown that's more than likely that want to leave.
Why would
Yeah,
you? Why
because
would for a quality starter I need to put Jalen Brown in that?
No, I'm saying Jalen Brown is the one who's saying he want to go. Not that the Celtics want him to go.
Oh, he hadn't said he wanted to go. He
He
said if he
basically, I
said
no.
think
he
I'm
he's
saying like
basically
he
because
saying
said
that.
he wants to be he
we're
wants
yeah,
to
you can
be
agree with that.
I'm thinking that he's kind of hinting at what I'm saying wanting
That's
out.
what
So
he's hinting
if
at. What
he's
we're
doing
saying.
that, that's what I'm
I
saying.
don't
If
think
he's
he's
hinting
I
at
don't
wanting
think he's
out,
hinting I don't think he's hinting as from following his Instagram, Jaylen Brown has done nothing but
I don't think I don't
a
think the
straight up
Celtics.
guy.
I don't think the Celtics want to get rid of JB because
Yeah,
I
that's
told them.
what.
Yeah,
No,
I
no,
don't think
I
he
definitely
told them
not.
earlier they
Yeah,
had
they definitely
success
don't
with
want to
him.
get
Like
rid
they've
of him.
been to multiple conference finals with JT and JB as a duo. They've been to the finals. So like they've been successful. I mean, they haven't won the chips, but like they've been going far. But it's gonna be more of a
Yeah,
JB thing. Like if you want, because if he
yeah,
wants out, you
like
gotta trade him. It's not like you
that's
can't
what I'm
just
saying.
keep him.
Like
they
if
have
he's
to like if Kevin Durant is on the market and you have an opportunity to get him and what they're asking for is Jaylen Brown. I'm sorry, but Jaylen Brown that's business at the end of the day,
Oh
and
yeah,
Jaylen
I
Brown
agree with.
knows
If there's
that.
a big superstar in the trade market, then yeah,
Yeah,
you trade him.
that's a
But
Yeah,
different
Jaylen
ball
Brown being
game.
bro,
But that's
Jaylen
not.
Brown being the president of not basketball operations, being the president of the basketball association, the NBPA, like he understands that more than anybody. This is a business at the end of the day. So if
No,
they need,
but same thing. Casual. Two things could be true. You is he could understand that it's a
Nash
business
peak over
and
Dirk's
still
peak,
be hurt by the shit. You know what I'm saying? Those two things
pushing
can
this
be true,
agenda.
and that could mean that. And we could see
Hey, do
JB
it.
kind of want his own thing. He kind of want his own thing. That's more so
and
what I
and
was.
I
'Cause
and
I'm
I
not saying Boston should be offering Jalen Brown for anybody like who Jalen Brown's up, who come get him.
yeah.
Not that kind of party. But if Jalen Brown comes to you and says, "Yo, get me up out of here," like what would the options be? Is most of what we would like. But
then
Yeah.
for how loyal he has been for the past 7 years, I want to say for how loyal he's been for the last 7 years or 8 years, you owe it. I feel like as a business, these organizations need to start understanding if it's a business for us, it's a business for them. You need to be loyal enough for you to say, all right, man, thank you for everything you've done for the last 7 years for this organization. Where do you want to go? Give me the three teams. Or
yeah,
give me
that's
the five.
that's where we were coming from. But just
Yeah.
trading him because y'all done with him, nah, that'd be foolery. Like
That
hell no,
and that's what
But
I heard Drew say. Drew, don't you
no, but
fall
I
off.
think
no, no,
Just
I
no,
think
no.
that
stand on that.
I think that it goes hand in hand though. Like I think JB would be kind of frustrated at the what I'm saying at the thing where it's like, okay, we've been at this same dance, what I'm saying, for however long, and we've reached a peak.
All right, love. I'm gonna hit
Although
you
we're
up later,
getting
man. I gotta hop off.
Yes,
all
sir.
right,
All right,
bro.
peace out, man.
I'll
Peace
catch
out.
you, bro.
Nah, but nah, I think he misunderstood what you had said, Drew.
Yeah, no, yeah, because I was just getting more so at the point where shit, JB, he's kind of, what I'm saying, I think he'd just be at his breaking point, bro. Like, okay, and especially if he's not all NBA, it's like, okay, I'm not getting paid this supermax, and we've reached a peak, and I want to go show my talents as a, what I'm saying, 1 B
As
or
a one
whatever.
option. Yeah, as a
That's what
one
I'm saying, as
option.
a number one option. Let me go see what I can go do somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was kind of getting at.
Because he
I was
getting
JB
kind
paid
better than every
regardless.
shooting guard but D Mitch.
So
That's
because
false.
especially like you said, if he don't get the super max, then he getting paid regardless.
That's
Money
what I'm
ain't gonna
saying.
be the
That's what I'm
problem.
saying. Like he's not. It's not going to be that big of a difference if I'm in Boston or if I'm in Charlotte or just wherever. It's not that big of a difference, and I can go show my talents as a number one.
Mhm.
That's probably what he wants to do, because let's be honest, bro. Like all these number twos for the most part, especially a number two like Jaylen Brown, who's about to enter his peak or whatever. Shit, they want to go see see if the grass is greener on the other side. See if I can be the head honcho, if I can be the Jason Tatum of this franchise, more so me being a second option or second fiddle to somebody else, and I'm balling out. I want to see if I can do it. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of what I was getting at.
I
Nah,
think
I agree with you 110%. Like I think that's what he was hinting at when he made the comments he had made early in the year. Is basically saying he wanna come to the point where he kind of want to do his own thing to see what he can do on his own and get
No, that,
the respect that he feels he deserves.
no, that's facts. That's facts. And then
yeah,
another thing is like he's seeing himself in trade rumors. Like 9 times out of 10, bro. This is my opinion. I think that when these players see themselves in trade rumors, especially a player that's that, what I'm saying, entrenched in that franchise, and he's the second best player, it's like, damn, y'all trying to get rid of me. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, it's business. I understand it's business, but at the same time, it's
You
like
still gonna
I'm a
feel
human as
away?
well. That's what I'm saying. I'm a human
Facts.
as well. I got emotions. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, damn,
I'm
okay.
still
When I
connected to y'all.
That's what I'm saying. Like, okay, we didn't been through the mud, we didn't been through all these battles together, but you trying to, you know what I'm saying, you want to get rid of me. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what they was trying to do with the KD trade. You trying to get rid of me. So it's like
That's
at the first chance I get, I'm gonna see what's out there for me. You know what I'm saying? I gotta do my due diligence.
But
You know what I'm saying?
that's that like you said, that's just the human emotion. That's a human aspect. You
Yeah.
obviously build personal relationships over 7 years, whether it's business or not. Like you with these people for the last 7 years of your life, like they didn't
Mm-hmm.
watch you grow through the NBA. Like you got personal so to hear that they want to get rid of you for whoever it is, you don't give a fuck. You like, damn, what the fuck?
Yeah,
Like
no, that's facts.
you
I
gonna
I
feel
don't give a
away.
fuck if it's KD or Brown. Like, bro, you
Yeah,
trying to
you
get rid
don't
of me? Like,
you gonna feel away.
yeah, that's facts. That's where I was getting at. You know what I'm saying?
That's fair. That's super fair, man.
You know, that's definitely. He said JB better than every shooting guard but D Mitch.
Yeah, that's
Bro,
cap.
you're bugging, bro.
That's called being drunk.
Yeah, you're
And
definitely bugging, my
I
guy.
ain't taking over D Book. D Book is
Yeah,
Just
like
for that.
I'm not taking JB over D Book, D
I'm not
D
taking
Mitch.
Mitch.
him over
I'm not taking him over SGA if
or
he is shooting
Edwards.
guard.
I'm about to say
No, I think SGA is a point guard.
I'm not taking him
SGA
over.
is.
I'm not taking him over Anthony Edwards because I think that Anthony Edwards, like his potential is way better than
And he's just better
JB.
right now.
And I think so as well. Those are probably the three or four.
He got
Like I could just say I'm not taking this to be over.
and if you want to go really, you could go PG and shit like that.
You think? So? Ooh, that's a. I mean, I
No
might take
PG,
JB
nah.
over. I think just because PG getting kind of old, bro. He's getting kind of injury prone. But their play on the
PG
basketball court, it's like it's
PG's just
kind of
so
similar.
inconsistent.
Yeah, PG. I think PG is more inconsistent than JB as well. I think that is true.
My biggest problem with JB is his fucking ball handling. And sometimes just
His
fucking
playmate,
like
like his
his
passing.
playmaking, his ball handling, and his passing sucks. So that's the only reason why I would slightly lean PG.
Yeah, no, I agree with you on that. PG
Yeah.
clearly like playmaking and passing. It's like because I think that his ball handling and his playmaking go hand in hand. Like if he had better handles, he would have better vision because
Facts.
he can mix up and get to where he wants to. But like I'm watching JB dribble, it's like he's dribbling with his head down. Like
Dribbling off
you
his
dribbling,
foot.
that's what I'm saying. Like you dribbling with your head down, bro. You can't see shit. Like that's elementary school. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
Straight up.
that's elementary school, bro. So I think that hinders him like tremendously. You know what I'm saying? And that's really the only thing he needs to really improve on because everything else he's been improving every year. Like he's getting better as a scorer every year. His defense, he came into a league as a damn good defender. You know what I'm saying? So
I
that's
honestly thought
all.
he was going to make that step this year. I thought he was going to really go into the summer and really go crazy and work on his handling because it was clear as day that he needed to do it. So I thought like he gonna do it, but clearly he didn't. He ain't really locked
No,
in
that's
like I
fact.
thought.
Like that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm thinking like shit. He about to lock in, like, cause like if I see that I'm in the playoffs and I see that the way that they plan me, they're like my ball handling is a flaw, and they're exposing that shit to the highest degree. Like every time I try to drive to the lane, I'm either turning that bitch over, or you know what I'm saying, losing the ball, or I'm just fumbling the ball or whatever. You would think like shit. Let me work on that. Let me patch that up. You know what I'm saying? But he hasn't done that. But shit, I mean, we'll see if it gets exposed this year again in the playoffs. But I definitely thought he.
Hey, how long do y'all think the Warriors are gonna last like in the playoffs?
Second round exits at best.
Second round exit
Because
for who?
the
Warriors.
Warriors. Because who they
Warriors.
play in the first round? They play the Kings in the first round,
I think they'd beat the Kings.
and then if they win, they play versus it's between Lakers. No, it's not Lakers. It would be between Phoenix and LA, right? That they play against.
Oh, they're getting smoked by Phoenix.
What was the question?
How far are the Warriors going? Like, how do you think? Like their ceiling, second round?
I'm gonna go second round.
Because they played the Kings in the first round, right? And then in the second round, they're playing either the Suns or the Clippers, but it's most likely going to be Phoenix.
Yeah, they're getting smoked by Phoenix.
I would go second.
Oh.
Hope you think you like that.
This is so sad. Oh. Damn.
Yeah, I don't trust the Warriors. I mean,
Everyone's
the Kings,
good.
yeah, because the Kings don't got no playoff. They don't really got no playoff.
They ain't got no defense.
Yeah, and they don't really got the experience as well. I mean, they're a good team, but like, and if the Kings do make it past the Warriors, they're gonna lose the second round because you're gonna have to see Sabonis try to guard all these other
See
people. Like,
Sabonis guarding Jokic. That'd be crazy.
yeah, the rim protection is just not there. Just the defense overall is not there. And even if they want to start like their best defender, which is probably who Davion Mitchell.
Damian Mitchell, yeah.
it's still not going to be enough. And he's only going to provide you off the perimeter too. He's not going to provide no. They need
Yeah, like
interior defense.
the best defenders on the team are like Damian Mitchell and probably Fox.
Yeah, even if they want to go defensive, like minded and put in, they would have to take Herder out and put in Davion Mitchell. Still not enough.
Damian Mitchell would like what is
Still
he?
not enough.
Yeah, putting Damian Mitchell and Jokic, that's nasty. Nasty work.
Yeah, it's not good. So they're gonna struggle against imagine they're gonna struggle against the Suns. They got like KD and Aiden is gonna give Sabonis the work.
And they
They're
have
gonna,
D-Book.
yep, and they got D Book. They're definitely gonna struggle against the Nuggets because you got Jokic.
And then you
They're
got
gonna
Jamal
struggle.
Murray at MPJ.
Yep, they're gonna struggle against the Lakers because you got AD and LeBron. And they're actually
And
gonna
then
start.
Lakers also have that defense in the interior with Jared Vanderbilt.
Yep, and AD. So they're gonna struggle against a lot of teams. I mean, they might beat the Clippers actually, but
No, I don't see them being the Clippers either.
with PG, because PG's not gonna play. He's
Oh
missing
yeah.
out.
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's out for the whole first round,
Yeah, then he
or
might.
like the
The
majority of the
Clippers
first
might
round.
lose actually. Never mind.
What y'all talk? Y'all talk about the Clippers in the playoffs?
The Kings.
The Kings versus the Clippers if they would have played.
Kings and the Clippers.
Yeah,
I'm not
because
gonna lie, bro.
PG's out, so you
Yeah,
gotta think
I
about.
don't think
You're not getting no
the
PG.
Clippers. I don't think the Clippers win any series without PG, bro. That's just how I'm feeling because it's like the West this year is like it's so stacked to the point where like I think every team has to be at like their full health or they at least gotta have their best players. So it's like, and the Kings like okay, their defense we know their defense is very very bad. But if they're running up the court and they playing this fast and they you know what I'm saying scoring and getting in transition and things of that nature, and the Clippers they don't really play that fast just naturally as a team. Like okay, Westbrook is pushing the pace, but Westbrook isn't going to be playing heavy minutes that much. You know what
No,
I'm
he's not
saying?
gonna. He's not gonna be playing fourth quarters unless it's
Yeah,
like a
that's
blowout.
exactly. So if Russ isn't going to be closing games and he's not going to be playing majority of the fourth quarters, I mean, can I rely on?
Kawhi's gonna have to be on like some absurd
That's
level
what I'm
when it
saying.
comes to play. When it comes to playoff rising,
That's what I'm saying. And okay, Kawhi is capable of that, but is
it's not enough.
Is his teammates going to pick up the load? Because we got to go. We got to run up and down with these young cats. You know what I'm saying? Like I know Kawhi. I know what Kawhi's going to give me. He's going to give me.
Westbrook's not gonna play heavy minutes. They're gonna have to rely on like Dwight Powell, Morris,
Zubac.
obviously Kawhi, Zubac to give him like scoring wise, right?
Mm-hmm. But
Zubac is probably their best post scorer after maybe Kawhi.
Yeah, but they're gonna be clipped with Aiden though. I think Aiden's gonna.
Oh, you talking about the Suns now? I thought you was.
Yeah, the Suns versus Clippers. Oh, I mean,
you talking about the Suns versus.
Oh, Suns versus Kings. Yeah, he could give them, but they're gonna have to rely on them.
I think the Suns sweep the Kings like pretty easily.
Yeah, I don't even think. Yeah, that's like a 5-game series at best.
And the
but
Kings
I don't think it'll match up.
The Kings play at the high pace too, so the Clippers are gonna have to play at a higher pace as well, or like match their pace.
Yeah. I just think I think the Suns can play with anybody, to be honest, especially offensively. Like they can play flash, they can slow up the tempo. Nobody's stopping them on offense.
Yeah, the only problem is the depth. Really.
And like
the Clippers got depth, but without their second best player, they're basically clipped.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like without PG, I just don't see them. Even if they do make it out the first round, it's gonna be 7 games, and they're getting packed up in the second round. Like they're not going far.
Kind of sad. I had them going to the finals before this season, and now it's falling apart.
Yeah, no.
What was,
at this point,
that was your finals prediction?
It was Clippers and Bucks.
Oh, mine was Nets versus Warriors, but that was before the whole KD. That was literally like during the preseason.
Yeah, and I had the Clippers versus Bucks, and then now PG's out, Kawhi's been out. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, and even if the Clippers do beat the Suns, like say they get lucky,
they're not beating the Suns.
They get hurt.
There's no 0% chance.
Unless if like Chris Paul gets hurt, KD gets hurt.
Only way they beat the Suns, bro, is if KD and Booker gets hurt, bro. Yeah, like it's no way.
They both get hurt, then they have a chance.
Like we can't even say that type of hypothetical, bro. It's just not possible, bro. Like
Like,
I'm
it'd have to
saying,
be
like,
like the way the Raptors beat the Warriors with KD and Clay getting injured.
so
Yeah.
say if they
As
get
a,
lucky like that, they make it to the first round, they make it through the second round. They would probably face
They still
the
they
Warriors in
probably
the second
face.
round.
they still lose. They still lose, bro. Like they're not,
Yeah, they would lose to the
especially if
Warriors.
PG isn't back. Like they're
No, they
not.
get
They're
PG
definitely
back.
not.
PG will definitely be back by the second round. That's
Okay,
what I'm
and
saying.
let's say PG is back. He's gonna be rusty those first at least 2 games. He's gonna be rusty for at least 2 to 3 games. You know what I'm saying? So if he's rusty for 2 to 3 games, you're still gonna be down. You might win a game, but you might be down 2-0 or 2-1 in the series. And now you gotta come back against a team like the Warriors who just won the chip last year. And if the Warriors win the first round of the playoffs, I'm pretty sure that would mean that they won some road games. And if they won some
Yeah,
road games, they would have some confidence going into that second round. And now we're looking at a whole different Warriors team with Andrew Wiggins back. So I'm damn
yeah,
sure
they
not
already
betting against the Warriors if the Clippers make it to the second round.
yeah they already know how to play against Russ too. You see how they played all. You see how Draymond was in the paint all
Yeah,
the way
bro.
back.
Yeah, bro. That's why I don't have any faith in the team that got Russell Westbrook at this point in his career playing minutes on the playoff team. Like, I think he just has too many flaws that overweigh his positives, bro. Especially with him fucking
I
up the
mean, I
spacing
think
on
he'll
the
be
team.
effective. I think he'll be effective the first half, but when it comes to like the end of the third quarter, the whole fourth quarter, like his decision making just gets worse.
I mean that too, but it's like Russell Westbrook. He could start off a game over 5. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he might have a good start, but like you just said, he might start fucking up in the second half, or he might just have a bad game entirely, bro. Like this is Russell Westbrook we talking about, and this is not OKC Russ. This is a older.
This is even
You
Houston or
know what I'm
Washington
saying?
Russ.
Yeah, not even.
That's what I'm saying. Like this is a Russ that's he's near. You know what I'm saying? He's getting close to the end, bro. So it's like Russ isn't really giving me too much for me to have him on the court that much, and he's going to be playing heavy minutes. So it's not going to be good, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like he could get to the rim and everything, but he's going to be shooting the ball. You know what I'm saying? We know he's not an efficient shooter. He's not even a decent. He's not even a like honestly. He's not that good of a driver. Like when it comes to finishing at the rim. Like yeah, he can get to the rim and play make, but as far as him just scoring like all together, bro, Russell Westbrook just I think he hurts your team too much. And it's, another thing is the spacing, bro. Like I saw how Draymond was guarding him and shit like that. Like they're basically forcing him to shoot the ball. They're guarding him kind of like Vince Simmons. You know what I'm saying? They're playing guarding
Hey,
out there.
your
My
mic
mic is
is
tripping.
yeah.
I mean, the Clippers are a
Be
great
back.
3-point shooting team, so
Yep.
spacing they really don't have to worry about
He
that
says
much.
y'all trust Denver. I've had
Yes,
Denver versus Philly finals. That'd be a great matchup.
that's
in
not
the
that's not
finals.
bad. Denver would win that, but no, I'm just kidding. Philly would win that. Probably.
I don't trust Denver because it's gonna at the end of the day it's gonna come to their rim protection. I think I think I think they lose in the second round, or I think their best bet is probably the conference finals for the.
I think the Nuggets can make it to the finals. I don't have them making it, but I think they could make it.
I had like now with everything I had Suns and Bucks still.
I have the
Finals.
Suns versus Bucks too. Actually, that's my exact finals.
Yeah, no, I got the Suns and the Celtics, bro. And I got the Suns one
If
in
you're
6.
so say if the Suns are already in the finals, right? Who would you as a Suns team? Who would you rather face? The Celtics, or the Bucks?
Or the Bucks.
Celtics.
I would rather
Because you
play
gotta
the.
think about it, because KD had one of his worst performances in Boston. So they
But
already
that
know
was
how to play. They already know
That
how to
was
play
when they
deep.
had Ime Udoka and they had Robert Williams protecting the paint.
yeah. You got to think about it, bro. That's a whole.
No,
different.
Robert Williams didn't play though. He didn't play.
No,
He
he
only
did.
played.
He
He
didn't
only
play.
played. He only played game 4. That's it. Like game 3,
He
he only
didn't,
played like 15 minutes.
he
Game 1
didn't
and
play
2,
that.
he was out completely during
Yeah,
that
but they still
series.
had a way better head coach in Ime Udoka.
Yeah,
Like
but they still have that like same like philosophy. Like they still have that same mindset, right? Like
No, not really.
no, but love, you got to think about it this way, bro. Like
because they had
that.
Kyrie too, so they already know how to lock up KD.
Also,
Even
KD didn't
No,
have like
love,
D-Book, Chris
love.
Paul, DeAndre Ayton.
yeah, but the Celtics they had. I mean, not the Nets. The Nets they had like they had like a lot of 3-point shooting, and then they had Kyrie as well.
No, love. You got to look at it this way, bro. That's how you got to look at it. That Brooklyn team, the way that they ran their offense, it was kind of tailor made for the Celtics to stop them. And then when you couple that with the fact that the way that they was playing them, and then the way KD was playing, it was like, damn, it was just a bad mix. I don't ever see KD playing like that again. And then
No, I
and
don't
then
either.
and then another thing you factor in is that the way that KD is playing on the Suns, the Celtics can't even guard KD like that because when he was on the Nets, they was giving him the ball, you know what I'm saying, on the wings and at the top of the key
Now they
and
made
just
his
telling him to
touches.
ISO and just
They just didn't get him. They just didn't let him go in his spots, right? Because they were playing him. They were guarding him
that
heavily off the ball,
that
and then there
that
was
too.
also
But you gotta
switching
think
on him.
about
It was heavy switching on him too.
but you gotta think
Yeah, and
about
you
it.
can't do that with
The way he
Phoenix
that's what I'm saying, bro. You can't do that with Phoenix. They're playing him
because you
off
also have
like
D
in
Book,
Phoenix.
who's a great off-ball player, so they have to guard him.
You got because now you got Chris Paul who's taking the ball out of KD's hand. So all KD has to do is, you know what I'm saying, run his off ball sets or do whatever to that nature and get the ball. And when he gets the ball, he can just make his decision that way. It's
Probably
not
because Aiden's gonna have more of an offensive threat than Claxton. Because Claxton, or sometimes when they had Andre Drummond, didn't have no offensive threat. With Aiden, you at least get better, more offense of threat than someone like Claxton or Andre Drummond.
And Chris Paul is a much better decision maker and passer than anyone on that Nets team.
That I agree.
yeah, bro. Bro, I'm just this is what I'm trying to say. They're using KD in the best way. They're playing him off the ball. When he gets the ball, he's in his spots and he's in more efficient places to do what he does, whether it's play make or shoot the ball. They got KD sitting in the corners in pick and rolls, so he can catch the ball off a pick and roll, and he can attack closeouts, things of that nature, bro.
Because if KD plays, if KD plays well, like say they do go to the finals and KD plays like really well against Boston, then people are gonna look at it. It was more of a Steve Nash problem, or maybe like a Nets team than actually Kevin Durant.
That's what it was, bro. That's what it was, bro. Like
I mean, I think it was a
Everyone
mix.
looks at it as
I
more
mean,
Steve Nash problem.
at the end of the day, it is KD's fault too, because because when I was watching it, there's shots that should have went in that he could have made.
Oh no, it went hand in hand, bro. But
yeah,
I'm just saying that the way that I'm just saying that the way that they scheme their offense for KD, it went into the Celtics defense. You know what I'm saying? They're just packing the paint, they're packing his driving lanes and things of that nature. You can't do that.
I saw every like second of that series. It was just like adjustments that Steve Nash, the adjustments, which is bad, right?
It was no adjustment.
The Celtics had a huge advantage when it came to size. They had an advantage when it came to rebounding, paint defense. Like, dude, a lot of their points was in the paint actually.
And they just had a straight up better coach that knows
That's
how
what
to actually coach.
They were posting up Bruce Brown. They were picking on Seth Curry in matchups.
That's another thing, bro.
They were trying to space out. They were trying to space out Claxton and try to make KD be the rim protector. Like, it was just bad,
bro. It was just a everything that could go bad went bad, and I don't see that happening with Phoenix because they got a better supporting cast, they got a better coach, they got a better scheme. Everything is just better, bro. KD doesn't have to play. KD doesn't have to play make. He just has to get in his spots, and D Book and CP can create for him or themselves. Because now KD doesn't have to be the main scoring option. You got Devin Booker who doesn't need the ball in his hand that much. He can play off the ball as well. So they just have a better scheme, and you can't really stop their offense, bro. Nobody can stop their offense. It's more so they're just gonna miss their shots. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's gonna be.
Also, Kawhi over Steve Nash all time.
That's facts.
I was debating with Mars actually. I asked him I told him who peaked higher, Steve Nash.
He's gonna say Steve Nash.
Yeah, he said Steve Nash.
He said Steve Nash is like a top 15 peak of all time. So like,
yeah.
I'm trying to think why. I mean, offensively, he does have a top 10 offensive peak. He was leading. 10? Yeah, offensively, yes. Overall, no.
Wait, Steve Nash?
Yeah, offensively, he's a top 10 offensive player all time.
Oh, wow, that's
where I disagree.
Yeah, that's where I disagree with you. That's
all time offensively.
I think MJ, LeBron, Shaq, Curry, Harden, Magic.
You don't got the playoff. You don't.
But Harden regular season, he just clears. I think he clears Steve Nash.
I think Magic is like
scoring. Yes, as a playmaker or passer, it's Steve Nash. And Steve Nash, he also. I mean, Steve Nash was. I mean, we're talking about their peak, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so peak wise, James Harden clears him as a scorer. That's fine. I think Steve Nash clears him as a passer. When it came to peak.
James Harden is still an elite playmaker. He's still an all-time great playmaker passer.
That's the thing. Like the gap the scoring gap is way bigger than the playmaking gap because Harden is still an all-time great playmaker.
You also gotta.
Harden was still orchestrating all-time great offenses in the regular season. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like he was kind of doing the same shit Nash was doing, but he was scoring 30, 35 a night. You know what I'm saying? He
You
probably
also
wasn't.
gotta realize the teams that they
I
had.
think-
Steve Nash had a great Suns team. That Suns team was phenomenal.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
told him
no,
it was
that's facts.
Kawhi Leonard because I told him I thought Kawhi Leonard was playoff right. Was he? So 2019, 2021, Kawhi was definitely playoff rising. Steve Nash was, but he was saying that Steve Nash played more competition than Kawhi Leonard during that final.
That's true. Probably.
During his
Kawhi
peak.
Leonard, I mean, yeah, he
Because
I would
probably
say
Kawhi,
true,
because this is who he played, right? He played the Magic in 19, and then he played the Philly in the second round with an Embiid who was, I wouldn't say he was becoming in his peak. Yeah, he was saying that Steve Nash played more competition during his playoff run. That's why Kawhi playoff.
Yeah,
He said Kawhi only playoff. He said that Kawhi only rise as a playoff as a scorer. That's it.
I mean, not wrong. He wasn't really a playmaker or passer to speak. So
yeah, I was about to say he wasn't really playmaking or passing anyway.
Because I told him I was like at their peak, right? Like at their absolute best. Like Kawhi still clears him as a defender, even though he's not the same defender that he was in.
Bro, it's not even. It's not even. A debate, bro.
It's not even a debate defensively wise, right? And then when we talk about offensively, Kawhi at his peak was still great offensively, but he wasn't. I would say Steve Nash was elite though offense, because Steve Nash has the playmaking and passing wise, like he clears Kawhi as a passer
and the shooting.
Steve Nash and the shooting, but Kawhi was just a better scorer. I think Kawhi at his peak was a better scorer.
Yeah, definitely, bro. It's not even a debate, bro.
I don't know the efficiency though. I don't know how.
Steve Nash was probably more efficient.
Kawhi was still efficient, bro.
Even
like,
relative to Arrow, Steve Nash more efficient than Kawhi.
Yeah.
I mean, he probably was. Jeremy got a question. He said the Mavs are the most disappointing team this season. I agree with you, bro.
I disagree with that.
Oh, Drew, your mic.
Oh, it's tripping again?
Yeah. Are you on a computer or
phone, bro? It's tripping. I'm gonna join back. Hold on, give me 1 second.
I bet.
I disagree with the Mavs being the most disappointing team this season.
Jeremy, trying to join?
I think Clippers are more disappointing.
I mean, they've been going through injuries. Do you count that as this? Because disappointing is like. I think they've been through more injuries than the Mavs. But I understand because you have Kyrie. And
but like the Mavericks, like I don't know what people expected from the Mavericks. I thought I didn't even have them making the playoffs, so that's probably why.
I had them as a playing team. I had them as like a.
I had them like.
Yeah, can you hear me clearly now?
Yeah, you're good.
All right, bet.
He said, "Do you think the Mavs are the most disappointing?" I think the Bulls are disappointing too.
No, I knew it was just one season. You could tell.
What made you say that?
What seed was they last year? I remember they were the number 1 seed.
Yeah, but then Alex
and then they dropped off. They dropped off to the 5th seed last year. Were they the 5th? Because they played Milwaukee in the first round. So Milwaukee.
Yeah, but they were getting injured. Like Alex Caruso, Alonzo Ball. Those are the 2 best.
Wait. I was about to say. You said that the Bulls are the most disappointing team this season.
I said they're one of.
I would say how are they disappointing when Lonzo has been injured?
Yeah,
I mean for me because I had him as a 6th seed. I didn't have him as far as it.
Yeah, you definitely had too high expectations.
Yeah, you had some high expectations, bro. Because after Lonzo got injured, they
like
were
a 6. I had him 6, 7 seed.
Like they're a whole different team without Lonzo, bro. Like I expected them to be in the play-in. Like
yeah, DeMar was having a career season. Like he was having.
Jazz fell off. They are most disappointing.
No, they are the most unexpected team this season.
I think they just overachieve, bro. They overachieve. Like because at the beginning of the season they had.
I think as people look at it. I think as people look at it because they were literally like at the top of the East at the beginning.
But I knew it wasn't going to.
I mean, we all knew that was.
Yeah, we all knew it wasn't going to.
We all knew that was fluke, bro. We all knew that was fluke.
Disappointing. Who's the most disappointing teams?
I gotta go Mavericks.
You count Miami as disappointing?
No,
I think they should be better. I think they should just be better than the 7th seed. Actually,
I mean they should be. I wouldn't. They're disappointing, but I wouldn't say they're the most. The most disappointing. It got to be the Mavericks, bro. Because let's look at it, bro. They were the 3rd seed. They were the top 3 or 4 seed before Kyrie got there. Yeah, and then when Kyrie gets there, they just fall off a cliff. Now that's no fault of Kyrie. Because
what about the Timberwolves? You traded for Rudy. You gave all these draft picks for Rudy.
See, that's the thing, though, bro. Like if somebody
has been disappointing, but
that's what I'm saying. Like if somebody gets injured, bro, I can't really say that's disappointing because they got injured. They don't even. I think disappointing is more so where you're healthy and you're just not playing to your potential.
Or what about the Nets for getting rid of Kyrie, KD after they were literally rolling?
I mean, they asked out.
Think about it, dude. They were on a high win streak. KD gets hurt, so they start losing a couple games. But Kyrie was winning them a couple games as well, right? And like when everyone was healthy, there was literally like a top. I think they were 11th or 12th defensively. At their
Yeah,
absolute best, they were like 8 or
there
like
was something
7.
like that. They were
And
good defense.
offensively, they were top 5, and they were winning games. They were winning road games, home games. Like they're also their coach too after Steve Nash. Like he's been doing really good. Like I think that was just disappointing of like, even I mean, he wasn't playing, but I think like he also fit for them too because he would have bring the defense and they had the spacing enough. And I think he would have been decent.
I disagree, bro, because
I
for
think he was
one,
decent.
I disagree because for one, Ben Simmons this whole year has been a shell of himself. So like the shit that I seen for Ben Simmons, it's like okay, that's kind of what I expect from Ben Simmons now because that's what he's showing me. So Ben Simmons wasn't even playing that good for me to be really disappointed in him anyway. You know what I'm saying? He had
I
a
think
back injury.
I think as a scoring and being available, but like defensively, he was also one of the reasons why the Nets was up there like top 12, top 10 defensively because it was mainly KD, Simmons, and Claxton. It was like them
But
three
no, this what
for
I'm
the
saying though. Like
defense.
this what I'm
And he
saying though.
was still
Like
a good passer, and I think he was a decent playmaker. But like the only thing was just his scoring that was just disappointing because not
but
not only his shooting ability, but just the lack of being aggressive, the lack of just
that's always the
attack.
issue with Ben Simmons though, bro. It's
Yeah.
like if you're not going to shoot, and I'm playing you with another center on the court, it's gonna just fuck up the whole dynamic of the offense, bro. It's like no matter what you're doing with this playmaking and this passing, because he's always been a good playmaker and passer. If you're not going to be shooting the ball at all from outside of the paint, and you're not aggressive, you don't even look at the paint when you get the ball. It's like I'm playing 4-on-5 on offense, and then I got Claxton on the court with you. I can't even play center on the court with you. So it's like, you're playing decent defense. Although he was fouling like a motherfucker this whole season, like he would be fouling out of games and shit like that. He just wasn't. He was decent.
You don't even need a 3. I mean, he's been in some games. He's been trying it. Like you can see, like the little like hooks he's been doing in the game, the little floaters. But that shit still don't. It's not enough though. He's been trying it, like the hooks and the floaters.
Yeah.
But like,
a team that's been disappointing to me is the Raptors. I've been really disappointed in them.
Oh yeah, I agree too.
The Raptors.
I think they would have been a play.
I thought they were gonna be like a top 5, top 6 seed, and I didn't realize they're gonna be struggling this much.
You know, I think that's.
I think like if Ben Simmons would have had a mid range, like honestly, like fuck the 3. He don't even he don't like screw the 3. If he at least had like a mid range and like a free throw, like how effective he would be, like just driving to the basket, his rim pressure, like just being more overall aggressive. But
no, definitely. But I mean, like that's been the question about Ben
with
Simmons
his defense too and his size, like you'd be able to switch. He could switch. Honestly, he could switch through 1 through 5. He wouldn't be able to guard a lot of 5s, but he would be able to guard some of the 5s.
That's been the
Joel Embiid and Jokic. Like he's AD, he's not stopping them. Yeah, he's not stopping them. Like no one's like not really anyone that much players could stop them. Them 3. But he's not even in the rotation though. Like how many minutes is he averaging?
Isn't he injured? Like sore back or something?
Is he? Is he having
He's been out. He out for the whole year, bro. He been out, bro. He been out, but
there's a couple.
I mean, bro, Ben Simmons is just it's a mental thing with him, bro. He hasn't changed. He hasn't fixed that his whole career, bro. So I don't really. I'm kind of out on Ben Simmons, bro. I'm out on Ben Simmons.
Kyrie was gone no matter what, though. Yeah, it wasn't him. It was literally. I don't think it was Kyrie wanting out. I think it was just more of the whole GM, the whole Nets office.
It was that little baby Josiah that needs to get fired.
Yeah, it was Josiah for sure. They tried to give him a contract that was based on him playing games, but it's like, bro, this is Kyrie we talking about. If you don't, the shit you just did, that was disrespectful. He's going to.
The funny part, it was a bad time too, because I understand
So it's like why would you do that when your team is a top 3 or 4 seed in the East? Like,
dude, it doesn't make much sense. Like if it was like last year, right? I understand giving him like a game like a game thing, because like he only played like 28 games last year. But like, dude, literally this year, Kyrie Irving was literally playing. The only games he missed was the ones that he was injured and like that little suspension he had. But that wasn't even that wasn't even his fault. Like just sitting out, it was literally just the front office just saying you cannot play, right?
See,
He was more Kyrie was more available than Ben Simmons and Kevin Durant. Like he was more, and then like quote unquote the big three, like he was more available than them two.
you see, that's
Doesn't make no sense.
my thing. It's like when you're a GM of a team and you got somebody like Kyrie, he's not getting injured. It's like off the court shit like COVID or pandemic that's making him not play games. When they lifted that suspension or whatever, when they lifted the COVID shit, it's like, bro, you cannot offer you're a franchise player like Kyrie a contract like that. It's just disrespectful and it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, the narratives that go out with Kyrie that he doesn't play games or he just doesn't want to, it doesn't make no sense. Especially
because of Stephen A. Smith.
Yeah, it's especially in Brooklyn, doesn't make no sense because like number one, okay, let's do the bubble year, right? He gets hurt. He gets injured his shoulder. He literally had shoulder surgery, right? And it was a time where players literally had the choice to opt in or opt out of the bubble. So like players didn't have to be part of the bubble. And like KD was still rehabbing from his injury. So it's like their best bet was literally a first round exit for that Nets team.
Yeah.
In 2020, right?
Yeah. For the bubble, yeah, it was 2020.
And then when it comes to 2021, I think he played more games than Harden, obviously. And then I think he played around the same amount of games. He played around like 58 games, like almost close to 60. There was a time where he missed out like for like 2 weeks. But I think that he ended up saying later that it was like a mental health break because like so it was something about his family like passing away or something. I think that's fine.
No, I think he had a wedding. He had a wedding.
Oh yeah, he was partying.
It was his sister
Yeah,
wedding.
his sister's wedding.
Yeah, he was partying with his sister, and then he had a suspension, right, because of the COVID. But there was that, and then the other thing I said too was one of his family members passing.
Wedding.
No, he said I think it was like his grandfather or something that passed away, and he took like 2 weeks off, and he didn't tell nobody.
Yeah.
So yeah, one of them was just like a COVID thing, which was his fault. Like he gets to blame for it, I guess.
Yeah, because we take the vaccine.
Yeah, and then when it came to the mental health, I mean, at the end, they can't get mad at that because if the dude wants to take a mental health break, I'd rather have him be ready for the playoffs than
look at Paul George.
Than be all messed up.
Like he had mental health problems, and look what happened to him.
Yeah, that's what
called
I'm
him Pandemic P.
And he did show up in the playoffs. Like he was good during that Celtics series in the 2021. He was good against Milwaukee until Giannis, he made the layup and Giannis hurt him. So he was like showing up for the playoffs, which did matter until he got, hurt, which wasn't his fault. And then we're looking. Yeah, I think his mic lagged or something. I
was about to ask him a question. That's crazy.
I think he might join back. And then when it comes to 2022, right? It was the COVID rule, but honestly, the COVID rule didn't make no sense because like people that live in New York had to get vaccinated to keep their job, but people who are outside of New York, like tourists or people who just come into New York to want to watch the games, they don't have to be vaccinated. So someone like Bradley Beal can come in and play in the Nets arena and not be vaccinated, while Kyrie has to be vaccinated because he's their worker because he's in New York. So a rule like that didn't make sense. And then like throughout time went on, it got even dumber because like there was a point where like, oh yeah, you don't have to be vaccinated to go into the arena, but you can't play. Because remember they had Kyrie in the arena, but he couldn't be in the locker room or he couldn't be on the floor because he wasn't vaccinated.
Yeah, wait, I don't remember to be honest.
It didn't make no sense. No, it was like that. It got like even dumber like that. And then the mayor or whoever the mayor for New York realized how dumb it was for that rule, and then they just got rid of it before kind of close to like playoff time, and then they had no chemistry. The lack of chemistry was just bad, and just everything was just meant for disaster. And then we're going to currently like the only time he missed was when he was hurt or the suspension he got for the the Twitter remarks.
Yeah.
So it's like the only time he got hurt was injured, suspension, or COVID. It's not like just him purposely just wanting to sit out and not play. I don't think he's petty like that.
Respect.
Mm-hmm.
Kyrie's still top 10 point guard. Top
Right
5
now,
actually, maybe.
currently,
Yeah,
I agree. So,
he
like
better
the
than Ja. I know
easiest,
that.
yeah, I agree too. Because the easiest ones, like like we know Dame, Steph, Luca over him, right?
Yeah, Dame, Steph,
And then now you
Luka.
got like Trey Young, but I think Trey Young has also fell off too.
You got Fox.
No, I think Kyrie's better than Fox.
Yeah.
Yeah, SGA who can actually be better than Kyrie.
Well, she is a 2 to me. He's a 2.
He's a 2 guard.
Yeah, I have him as a 2.
Then yeah, it'd only be like Ja, Fox. Well, I think he's already better than Fox, right? He's easily better than Jalen Brunson. Who else?
Like I would say my top 10 right now would probably be Steph, Luka, Dame. Then I'd say at 4 I'd probably give it. Oh no, we forgot about Harden. Harden's better than Kyrie.
Oh, yep, I agree. Harden.
I'd probably put Harden 4, Kyrie or Trey Young at 5 and 6. Then
Then Ja 7.
Ja 8. Tyrese would be there.
Tyrese Halliburton.
Yeah, he'd be top 10. And then Levine's a 2 guard. Who else would I put there?
I'm trying to think for all the point guards.
Yeah, same.
Drew Holiday. He's
Drew
top 10.
Holiday, yeah. So yeah, that's probably the top 10.
I'm trying to
And
see.
yeah, I'm trying to think. Detroit.
I think so. I'd say probably like Luca, Steph. I say Steph's number 1.
Yeah.
Luca 2. Dame 3. I think it'd be probably Trey Young 4, maybe Kyrie
I would put
5.
Harden at
Oh
4.
no, Harden 4. My bad. Kyrie and Trey just made like 5 and 6. 5 and 6. Then 7, you got like
I
De'Aaron
would put Fox
Fox,
at 7. Yeah, I'd put Fox at
John
7.
Morant, and then you got
Tyrese.
Tyrese Halliburton. Oh, Darius Garland is top 10.
Oh,
Yep.
that's who I forgot. Yeah, that's who
Darius
That's who I was
Garland,
forgetting. I knew I was forgetting
Drew
somebody.
Holiday.
Yeah, yeah. I'd put. Okay, Drew Holiday would be at 11 because I would put Garland in at 10. Actually, I'd
Same.
put Garland in at like 9 or 8.
No, Garland would make or Drew would make the top 10 because we only need 9. We only named 9 people.
No, because there's Steph, Luka, Dame, Harden, Trey, Kyrie, Fox, Ja, and then Halliburton, and then you got
Oh yeah, then
Drew or Garland.
yeah,
So that's
huge.
11. And I would put Garland over Drew. So
Yeah, I did like that, Steve. We did a video before about Kawhi's all time. I actually had him ranked 25 all time,
peak,
or not 25. No,
but
just
like
all. No, it was
all
just
time
all
in general,
time.
like no
Yeah.
peaks, just all time.
I mean, when I do my all-time list, peak does matter here and there, but it's like
I mean, peak
literally,
matters, yeah, but like
I think he's a top 25 player all
I
time.
think peak wise, I agree, but like I
I
don't know
mean,
if I could say he's top 25 all time. That's pretty crazy to me.
like for example, like let's do like what's a good example for Kawhi? Do you think Chris Paul is better than Kawhi
Yeah,
all time?
yeah, I have him over all time.
What about Scottie Pippen?
Nope, no.
You have Kawhi over him?
Yep.
Would you say? What do you think? You say Scott? You think Scotty's longevity is better than Kawhi? 'Cause Kawhi only played like
Eh,
70 seasons.
Scotty really wasn't like that for that long. He really didn't become Scotty till like
I'm trying. I'm
90,
trying. I'm trying to.
91.
I'm trying to use an example of a player
And
who
then like
has longer job.
97, 98, that was like so like Scottie Pippen was he pretty much I think Kawhi had better longevity and he had a way better peak to me.
I'm trying to
So
find a player who has more longevity than Kawhi, but Kawhi could be better. Because like when I look at Chris Paul and Kawhi, I think it's close. Because
like
I think Kawhi peaked higher than Chris Paul. I think defensively he's
because
better. I
I
think
think
like
offensively Chris Paul's better.
yeah, that I agree. I think just as a passer and a playmaker, I think Kawhi's a better scorer than him.
I think yeah.
And then when it comes to playoff rising, who do you think is more of a riser in the playoffs, Kawhi or Chris Paul?
I mean, and Kawhi probably rises more, but I think that's just because he doesn't like. Oh, damn, that's crazy. Oh, he's back. Hello, hello, hello.
Yo, what's good? My mic accidentally just unplugged.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe because his sample size is smaller than Chris Paul's, because Chris Paul's been in the league since what? When was he drafted? Was it 05 or 04 he drafted?
05.
05. So yeah,
I think it was a 5. It was a 5.
He's been in the league for almost 20 years.
Well, I just think Chris Paul peaked higher, but that's for another time.
Yeah, we do another time. Well, probably gonna end it soon because I gotta go work in the morning tomorrow.
Damn, working.
If you want to pull up, if I do go live tomorrow, or feel free to join.
All right. See ya.
All right, peace out.